Oh, let me. Ah. Everything working right now? Everything working good?
So far, so good. But of course, I don't see you on public on your personal page. But that's just a thing that's going on. But YouTube's good, and the group page is good, and it says you're live on your page, but it just won't go public if I turn purple. So anyway.
She was a desire, yeah, burning in my soul. Set my love on fire, yeah. Every time we touch, we make love all night long. We make love all night long. We make love all night long.
Loves my hot buns. So thought I'd come over here and give you some. Figured it's been a long time since you had it. I got the love. Keep hot, steamy, fried ones.
Morning, Jay.
Good morning.
She was so
I also got
damn
warm honey, warm.
Good morning,
said that she
Chief
was
O'Neill.
mine.
Good morning, Deborah.
Told me everything that she thought of me. Yeah. As she drank her wine. We made love all night long. We made love all night long.
I like this, Jay. What's the name of this one? What's the name of this one? I like this.
Me and Jolie.
Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Because you give it to me good. Give it to me.
Good morning, Gary.
So good. You talk to me and you're loving me, girl.
I need that, Jay. That's dope.
It's not done yet.
You finished, brother. Please put me on the rollout. That one's hot.
I got to figure what I'm starting with.
The moon, the stars, the sky to see. Wind inside this ocean breeze.
Your heart beats my melody. Life sounds so good to me. The ups, the downs, the key to life. Vows we take as man and wife. Love only a child can bring. Precious is her offering. I'm so happy I can sing. I'm so happy I can sing. Life is like a symphony. My life is like a symphony. I'm so happy I can sing. I'm so happy I can sing. Life is like a symphony. My life is like a symphony. The birth, the growth, the life, the love. Good things we need plenty of. When to walk in harmony. Life is like a symphony. The
Good morning, Janet Marie.
the pain, the breath of life. Happiness, I'll take a slice. Do's and don'ts and stress and strain. I don't need inside my brain. I'm so happy I can sing. I'm so happy I can sing. Life is like a symphony.
Yes, that was my neighbor knocking down my security camera, but as you can see, they're not that hard to line. That's the exact reason I switched over to this indoor window security camera that is completely invisible from the outside.
It's like a symphony. My life is like a symphony.
Good morning, Shirley Brown.
I'm so happy I can sing. I'm so happy I can sing. Life is like a symphony. My life is like a symphony. I'm so happy I can sing. Oh, I'm so happy. Life is like a symphony. My life is like a symphony. Yeah. I'm so
Good morning,
happy.
Shambles.
I'm so
Is Shambles
Potter.
yeah.
No.
Who is Shambles?
It's like a symphony. Sing my song. I'm so happy I can sing. Life is like a symphony. Oh, my life is like a symphony. I'm so happy I can sing. Oh, baby. Yeah. Life is like a symphony. Oh, sugar. Yeah. I'm so happy I can sing. I love it. Yeah.
Good morning, Veronica.
I sing from oh, I love the life I live.
One minute to go.
Good morning, Fish.
Good morning.
I'm so happy I can sing.
Good morning, Fish.
Good morning, King.
Good morning, Lathers.
I know.
Snitchy.
Good morning.
I got to pull a prostate out before the show. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say good morning with the song for you. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say good morning with the song or two. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Good morning, Christy Graham, Kings in the Morning listeners. Would you be my neighbor? Good morning, Chief O'Neill. Would you be my neighbor?
Certainly, Jay.
Good morning, Sir Fisher-Lot. Would you be my neighbor?
Good morning. I'll be your neighbor for a few minutes anyway, until I have to go to the dungeon.
You know, good morning, Willie's in. You know, you could do a remake of Sir Mix-a-Lot. I like big fish in my boat, and every now and then, you know. Good morning, Bernard, King Bernard.
Good morning.
Would
Good
you
morning.
be my neighbor?
Morning, Bernie.
Absolutely. Good morning, gentlemen. Hey there, Chief.
Morning,
I'm
Bernard.
asking him to be my
Is
neighbor.
that Sir
Chief
Fisher?
O'Neill. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anytime. What? That's Sir Fisher out over there. Good morning.
Yeah,
Morning, Bernard.
yeah, I start fish a lot with the Abraham Lincoln beard. Good morning, Willie Kente. Will you be my neighbor?
Kelly Clarkson Show. Weekdays.
One love, King. Yeah, I'll be your neighbor, man. I'm just doing something right now, but I'm your neighbor. You keep running away. Keep on running away. Stay in the hood, man. Stay with me, bro.
You've been to my hood.
Yeah, and you keep leaving. When I come, you go.
You like my
Look
new
who's
hood, though?
coming to dinner, Natty Dreadlock.
Take the ramp on the right to I-880 North.
Trying to be like Alvin
Bernard,
this morning.
did is work picking up?
Oh man, you know what? This is a crazy industry. Now they got too much work. I don't know what happened. I think they ran a bunch of, we lost a lot of Indians in the last month. You know, they
Good morning,
couldn't read
E-Mac.
or write English. So a lot of drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Morning,
Yeah,
Jenny. Yes, I saw a thing on the news where they had like a lot of people that were going to get the commercial driver's license were cheating. They had like a hole in their shirt and a camera, and people in the parking lot giving the answers through headsets and all kind of crazy crap. Man, they was reviewing people taking the test and revoking their license and charging them for cheating.
Yeah, they found out how they was doing it. They was taking it. They have a little camera on their shirt, and somebody in the parking lot, and they could see it, and they figured that out. I mean, I guess I never even gave it a thought. I just thought they took it in their language. I didn't know how they did it, So it's the sad thing is there's people who've been driving for 20 years, no English, and never had a ticket, never had an accident, and that they're arguing about it. They don't really have anything to stand on. So, but definitely the
That's
work
too
is
bad.
picking up. Yeah, it is too bad.
Because of them, you got more work. So
Yeah,
that's too bad and that's too good.
right. You got to go with the flow. Yeah. Next, they're gonna stop them from. They got a lot of dispatchers in India. They don't even live out here, but you only have to pay them $500 a week to dispatch. That's a $3,000 a week job here.
$3,000 a week.
Oh, absolutely. You can make $3,000 a week dispatching, and they use them out there, and they only pay them $500, but they don't have a clue what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I need to learn how to dispatch.
Oh yeah, you can learn. You can broker. It's easy. I mean, you dispatch right out of your house.
Good morning, Tim.
A lot of
Morning, Janet.
responsibility.
Top of the morning, everybody.
What's up, Tim? Where you headed to, Tim?
Just dropped my daughter off at school. I'm heading back home.
So, a blind guy, good morning, Mr. Elias, walks into a bar,
Morning.
very down on himself. As he walks up to the bar, the bartender asks, "What's the matter?" The blind guy replies, "Well, I've got these two horses, and well, I can't tell them apart. I don't know if I'm mixing up riding times or even feeding them the right foods. The bartender, feeling sorry for the guys, tries to think of something he can do. Why don't you try shaving the tall one? Why don't you try shaving the tail of one of the horses? The man stops crying and says, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'll try it. A few months later, he comes back to the bar in worse condition than he was before he was there the last time. What's the matter now? The bartender asks. The blonde guy, in no condition to be in public, answers, I shaved one of the tails of the horses, but it grew back and I can't tell them apart again. The bartender, now just wanting him to shut up or leave, says, why don't you try shaving the mane? Maybe that will not grow back. He stops crying, has a few drinks, and leaves. A few months later, the guy is back in the bar. The bartender has never seen anybody in this sorry of a state. Without the bartender even asking, the guy starts breaking into his problems. I shaved the mane of one of the horses, and it grew back. The bartender, now furious at the guy's general stupidity, yells, for crying out loud, just measure the stupid horses. Perhaps one is slightly taller than the other one. The guy cannot believe what the bartender had just said and storms out of the bar. The next day, the blonde guy comes running back into the bar as if he just won the lottery. It worked! It worked! I measured the horses, and the black one is 2 inches taller than the white one. Good morning, National
like
Anthem,
Jay.
aka Howard. Good morning, Barbara Coates. Howard, are you eating? Howard, right now, from the angle that you're sitting, you look like a chipmunk. Oh, and yeah, you look like you. Good morning, Reginald Sanders. So today, you guys, 9 o'clock, Cameo. Larry Blackman Jr. and B.J. Willard Blackman are going to be guests of Kings in the Morning. Cameo will be in the UK this Friday. They're going to be in the UK performing. And so if you guys have some Cameo questions, and, you know, if you, good morning, Six Eyes. Good morning, Daphne. Good morning, Lee Fletcher. If you had a, good morning, Jeff Carlin. If you had a favorite Cameo album, what would your favorite Cameo album be, Chief?
One with Word Up on it.
And
I like the Word Up album.
I think the album is called Word Up. Bernard, what would be your favorite album?
I think that, yeah, Word Up. That'd be
Okay, I can tell you guys aren't real Cameo people, but it's okay. Tim, what would be your favorite Cameo album?
I'm not familiar with them like that.
Mm-hmm. Now you see how
My
Tim.
favorite song is "I Just Want to Be."
I still.
Then if your favorite, so you don't even know. Tell me how many Cameo albums do you know?
I'd have to start out with Cameosis, is what they started out with, Jay.
That's my favorite album. Cameosis, and then Nights of the Sound Table. And then maybe a Single Life album, and then the She's Strange album. But Cameosis will be my number one album.
How many albums do they have, Jay?
Cameo have what, 15, 20 albums? So a rigor more. They had. I love Alligator Woman too, though. Cameo was black rock and roll. Like I remember the first time we went out on tour with Cameo, when they came walking down the hallway, man, they looked like superheroes. But I'm surprised at how because Cameo Country is the Bay Area. Gary Finney said the Secret Omen album. There's no album called Rigor Mortis. 6 Eyes. There's a single called Rigor Mortis. Just an FYI.
Just an FYI. Oh my.
Good morning, Howard.
It's a bad morning, Jay.
And why is that?
Terrible.
Howard?
It's a terrible morning. Well, I went down on one knee to go get something underneath something, and I couldn't get back up.
Well, you know what that means.
That means I'm fucked, is what it means.
We've been telling you that.
It's Big Chief's fault.
It's
Now,
my
why
fault.
is that Big Chief's fault?
Well, I don't know. Why not? It's Big Chief's fault. Might as well. It's his turn.
What is it? Yeah. So what is your fascination with Big Chief?
I don't have one with Big Chief.
You seem to have a fascination with Big Chief.
You think I have a fascination with everybody? Anybody I talk about, I have a fascination. But when they have a fascination about me, it's not a fascination.
It's not?
Not to you. It's very
Why do you
strange.
say that?
I don't know. I have no idea why you do what you do.
Why do you do what you do?
Where's the fluffy? Sheer boredom. Where's the fluffy man, Jay?
I don't know where Fluff is. You know he changed. You know we changed him to Fluffy. We changed his name to Fluffy Dre.
That's okay. He is fluffy.
Yeah.
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 But I don't know why you do things, Jay. I don't know why anybody here does anything. I only know why I do stuff.
Why do you do stuff?
Various reasons. Mostly
Okay.
fill in, bored a little bit.
Bored a little bit.
Yeah.
So you admit that you're bored there. That there's not
No,
much
I'm not
to do.
bored here. I'm just, the days are the same. No, I don't need the kind of excitement that other people get. Somebody drops dead. Wandy just had another family member drop dead 2 nights ago. 47 years old. They don't live very long. They seem to drop dead early. And usually it's from alcohol.
Fred is backstage, Snitchy. Why aren't you pulling him up here?
Because she doesn't like anybody. She's passive aggressive.
Lee Fletcher said, Howard, for a person with limited body movement, why do you think you're doing a good job sexually?
This is coming from people. This is coming from people that don't have sex. So that's why they have to ask. But I did do something today, Jay. Look. Look, Jay. There's my passport. Getting ready to go to the embassy.
Okay.
Now, what are you going to say when it comes back and it's good for another 10 years? Then what?
I'm going to say, you got good pull, but what are you going to say when they come kicking your door in?
Oh, they know where I am, Jay. Nobody has to find me.
Fred, why do you call me and then tell me to call you? And then when I call you, you don't pick up. What sense do that make?
With all due respect, I was on the phone with my physician, and then I got in the shower and I wasn't able to call you back.
Wait. You were on the phone with your physician?
With all due respect, brother.
He said position. Are you the Big Lebowski? Just dropped in to see what position your
Fred,
position
what's your
was
favorite
in?
Cameo album?
All of them.
Oh, there you go. Now, I didn't expect that one. That was the biggest bullshitter alert. I've ever heard. Yeah, I like all of them. They're all great. Did you like going to the market naked, Fred? Did you like that album? Come on.
Bigger and better things in life, buddy. You're a nobody. Entertain. Morning,
Entertain
morning,
who?
morning, guys.
Who should I be
Okay,
entertaining?
Fred.
Fred?
So we have Cameo coming on today, Fred.
I won't be here. I'm sorry to say.
I'll be listening, Jay.
Listen to him. Boy, he sounds like his life is over. You're not gonna have all of them, are you?
Yeah, I remember them very well. I've driven for them and yourself before. I've had the feathers vacuumed out of my truck. The Escalade, remember? We pulled
Was
up
that
to
Cameo? I thought
Yeah.
I thought he told you that was somebody. That was Cameo.
That was Cameo. He had a concert at a park out there. They stayed at the Hilton now. And we got him back and forth. And there was an older gentleman. I guess he was one of the originals. He bonded with me. And I helped him up on stage. And we chopped it up. But they left a whole bunch of feathers and peacock shit. And all kinds of ship ahoy shit in the back seat, you know. But it was a great experience. It's always.
All right.
With all due respect.
This is one of my favorite Cameo songs.
And every single time you miss me very high. Two lovely people, we get to know ourselves so much better than we felt, and better than the rest. Oh, why we love when we love like we do. But I do feel so satisfied. Answers to questions that we never knew. They finally come through with you. It's like we're walking down the street and all the people that we greet.
How many of you guys remember that record?
I remember.
I don't.
Do you all remember? How
I heard it
you
before, but I didn't know there was Cameo.
Yeah, that's from 1985. That's from the Single Life album. That's not, no, it's Larry Blackmon and Tommy Jenkins on vocals. Larry Blackmon sings, I've got your image. Da, 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 da. So it's not Tommy Jenkins on vocals. It's Larry Blackmon on vocals and Tommy Jenkins. Tommy's voice is gone though. He don't.
Where'd it go?
It ain't what it was. Huh?
Where'd it go?
Same way your sexuality went when you became, when you know how you used to be sexy? When you was younger, you thought you were sexy. Where did it go?
Still sexy, Jared.
You're not sexy no more. You're creepy.
In your eyes, that's okay. No, the fact that you don't think I am, in your eyes,
It's not
that's
me.
okay.
The women on this show.
The women on this show are ratchet.
Ratchet. Where'd you get that word
Ratchet.
from? Howard?
You learned
You know, I must have stolen
I
it somewhere along the way, along with a
First of
pack
all-
of matches and a bunch of napkins.
First of all,
The
let me
women on
just
this
say
show
this.
ratchet. That mean that you ratitious. The essence
Oh.
of ratchetness.
Tony Briggs said Howard started playing with Boy Dookie.
I told y'all he'd be stealing that lingo.
Hey,
knew
I gotta go. I'm gonna be listening, but I gotta go do some blood work. Much love, brothers and sisters, brothers and
Bye,
sisters,
Fred.
and
Enjoy
queers.
your weenie. Say Fred's
Fred, before
weenie.
you go, Fred, let me ask you a question. So, what is the doctor saying? Is everything okay? Are there any complications?
No complications whatsoever there, other than I may not be able to attend. I have 2 appointments on the 16th and the 17th. We're just trying to work out I tried to counsel him. I done bought my airline ticket, but he say this is the only day that he's going to be able to see me those days. So I'm kind of toiling with that back and forth.
Well, then let another doctor or surgeon fill in for him. Why do you gotta suffer?
Mentally, I'm just kind of dealing with that right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope everything's all right. I pray for you all the time. Fred.
All right, I
pray
appreciate
for
it,
you
man.
too, Fred.
Thanks for inviting me to be a host on the show. I don't want to let I am the ruler of this motherfucker, and everybody's looking forward to me being there and shit. And
I was looking
kind of
forward to you
fucking with
being
me,
there.
man. It's really fucking with me. But it's gonna get greater later because I know you're gonna keep on doing what you do, and I'll always be your friend. Much love. Peace out. With all due
Fred, don't
respect.
start crying on me, man. When you start getting all sentimental, it makes me feel bad.
I don't want you to feel bad, Jay. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed.
You'll always be a good friend, Fred, not like Beckman, who's a real shit.
Oh, fuck boy, shut up.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah,
you
bro.
going to the doctor. The doctor is not coming to you. You be all right.
Oh yeah, I ain't tripping on that part.
Daphne says she loves you, Fred. Jana Marie said, I'm sorry, baby. Tony Briggs said, goodbye, Fred.
I just want to see y'all and let y'all see me be the sharpest motherfucker in town and wear my gold and shit, and pop my collar and get donged off the stage. Jay was gonna kick me off the stage because I was gonna get the words fucked up.
Nobody could find the dancing.
But the queens and kings of comedy, they'll get a chance to walk me up there one of these days.
Good morning, Toy B. So, Tony Briggs, why you say goodbye, Fred, like this is it? She coming back?
He might die.
He's a bitch-ass motherfucker, Jay.
Fucking with my
Why
partner.
you and Tony Briggs have beef? Hey, Monkey.
Because that's Snicky Pooh's fucking pet. She didn't get tricked by that motherfucker, and you keep on reading this fucked up shit.
Wait, what are you talking about, King Fred?
I'm not getting emotional. I'm going to get my blood checked. I'm not getting emotional. You motherfuckers are not getting into my bloodline, my bloodstream.
Okay.
Well, that's good news, Fred. Thank you.
But I
very
love
much
it.
for
I love it
sharing.
every day that we get together, man. That's pretty much what I
I
wake
do
up to
too.
do. Shut
I
up,
miss you,
fuck
Fred.
boy. God damn it, I gotta go. He's running my pressure up, the nasty faggot.
Oh my God.
He ain't mentioned
It
my dick.
happened.
Fluffy said something in the comments.
Don't talk about your dick, Fred.
Fluffy Hines said, I love you, Fred, but you're not getting your keys back. Or whatever.
Do we know what that means?
I'm gonna get my blanket and my keys back, sissy-fied motherfucker, since you ran off. Since you ran off with what's her name? Who you run off with? And didn't buy her crowd.
He went off with Beckman.
Mary. Good morning.
Yeah, he ran off with, he traded me in for Mary and never did give me my keys and my blanket back, bitch.
Bitch.
Better have my money.
Bitch.
Better have my money.
Where'd you go, Fred? Fred has left the stage along with his wee-wee. Bye, Fred. Goodbye.
Why
Fred.
are you so enthralled with Fred's wee-wee?
As long as it gets a few laughs, who gives a shit?
Whoa.
Fred's wee-wee is out there. You better be careful. Just like his teeth. It's not completely attached. It's got some autonomy.
Hold up. 1D's a spinner. 1D's a spinner in a One D's a spinner and a
Yes, she is.
squirter. One D's a
No, she's not
squirter.
a squirter.
She's a
Nobody ever
squirter and a
says she.
spinner.
Look, squirting is not real.
And that
Anybody that
boy,
believes that has got fucking mental
soon as
problems.
my dick gets well, I'm gonna shove it up his ass, and he gonna give me a fucking.
His ass,
He gonna
Fred.
take. He
Who
gonna
is
take.
he? Whose ass
that
are
boy.
you shoving dicks up?
Up that boy, your boy,
You
that boy
just
you
said-
keep in the
you just
closet.
said
I'm
you
gonna have that
shove
motherfucker
your
to suck
dick up
these
his
nuts.
ass. Now,
That
how you
boy-
gonna live that down?
That boy gonna suck these nuts.
What boy?
He's talking about your son, Jonathan. He's talking about
You
Jonathan.
might be. You wanna fuck my son with your dick? You are an old sick fucker, Fred.
Well,
Imagine,
Very sick.
imagine that.
Keeps coming back,
Imagine
though.
that. Just imagine that. Jonathan taking it by this big old black man, 62 years old, big old ball sack, slapping him
you
upside
got no
his head.
dick power anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute, baby. I'll be done in a minute. Hold on. And 1D, she on the back end, spinning around.
1D weighs 80 some pounds. She is a spinner.
I have her spinning around and squirting at the same goddamn time.
Now, coming tonight is Nari. Nari is not a spinner. She's like an American girl. She's as tall as I am.
So, can we have a better comment? Let me just say this to you guys. I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys didn't hear it. Cameo is coming to the show
I
today.
got a haircut. Yeah, I won't be here.
Cameo.
I think I
I
got a
know.
haircut.
So Cameo was coming. Maybe if I were you all, if it was me, because Cameo is coming, I would start maybe preparing, to be involved with the conversation by.
You know who's
some
good at
que-
that, Jay? Kente is good at that. So is Fluffy Dre.
Fluffy Dre is good at that.
Yeah, he's. I think we can recognize that. We know the ones that are not good at
Did anybody know the first name of Cameo before they were Cameo? Anybody know?
Can you help Jeff Carlin with my haircut thing? Yes, I got a haircut, Jeff Carlin. That was last week. The lady
Anybody
came
know?
up.
Anybody?
No.
The New York City Players. They were called the New York City Players,
Well,
but
that
they
shouldn't
had to
be too hard
change
to
their.
look up.
They had to change their name from the New York City Players to a new name because of the Ohio Players.
But wait a minute, it's not Ohio, it's New York.
No,
why'd they have to change their name?
Because New York City Players was too close to Ohio Players.
Who determined that?
The Copyright Office, trademark.
Patent and trademark?
Mm-hmm.
I have trademarked a logo. It's not hard to do, but I can't see where confusion would come from the Ohio Players and the New York City Players.
I know.
I don't get it. No, I really don't. I'm being serious. I don't get it. I don't see where that could cause confusion for anybody.
Maybe out of respect.
Because it was too similar. So first of all, they were the City Players. They went from the New York City Players to just the Players. Casablanca was the label that they were on. They were on Casablanca. The Ohio Players were on Mercury. Mercury threatened Casablanca that they would sue them because of the similarity in the names.
But I don't think it's similar.
Well, but Howard, let me just say this. You don't think a lot of shit. That's why you in Thailand and not the United States.
Have you ever trademarked anything?
Yeah.
Personally, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I have too. I know a little bit about that.
I own the trademark to the group Club Nouveau. Howard should be called the Taiwan baby boy players.
Even Beckman's such a retard. He doesn't know that Taiwan is not Thailand.
I think he meant the Thailand baby boy players.
No, he said it right. Fred said he wanted to put his wee up something.
Good morning, JoJo
I'm
Red.
still reeling at that.
No, he said Jonathan's. He didn't say some man. He was specific.
No, he said that after. He sort of clarified, but came out that he wanted to put it up his ass.
No, he wanted to put up Jonathan's ass. That boy.
I think
he
that's
was
very
specific.
gay.
But coming from you,
I didn't know some of you. I didn't know some of you guys were so fluffy. I thought only Dre was the fluffy one.
Now, do you?
No,
Does
I don't
anybody know where
understand something,
Cameo?
J.K.
Does anybody know where
J.K.
Cameo got their name from?
No,
No,
I don't.
Chicken,
A
you're
Canadian cigarette. A Canadian
Oh.
cigarette. A Canadian cigarette was called Cameo. It
Did you
was
hear
on
what I
top.
said? You're frozen. You've been frozen for several minutes.
Who I did?
You are. I hear your voice, but
Am
you
I
haven't
frozen?
moved.
Yeah, you blanked
okay.
on my screen.
Yeah, his arm is under his
Uh,
chin. Yeah.
Tony Briggs said
It's really
Howard can't think because he's stuck in boy dookie.
I'll tell you, Dookie is Dookie. Just saying.
So are you admitting that you're stuck in boy dookie?
No, I'm just saying it's the same thing. You don't have to say it's boy or whatever. Dookie's Dookie.
Am I still?
If a dog, yes, you are.
Yes.
If a dog does a Dookie on the sidewalk, it's still Dookie. Now, I'll give you, if it's an elephant, it's a lot more Dookie than you're ready for.
What are you? Have you ever had elephant dookie? Am I back or
No,
no?
but I did read
Do
a
I need to
story
go?
where one of the
No, you're not back,
zookeepers-
Levis.
I'm gonna go
I
out and
do-
come back in so we can do the daily word, the
Okay.
word of the day.
I
All
did
right.
read a story about elephant Dookie. Right, Big Chief?
So Howard.
Apparently, the poor zookeeper got covered in Dookie and died. Oh, Jelena Johnson, I'm so sorry. I must apologize to you for your being offended by my outward and boisterous personality. You must come back at another time when you have less time that you can tell us about it. Make him stop. No, you don't want me to stop. I know you don't want me to stop. Make him stop, please. You're a 63-year-old woman. Oh my God. And you've got a picture of you that, what, is 30 years younger? That's just fucked up. Beckman is still nibbling
still
around the edge,
Howard-
Jay. You should take pity on him
I'm still
and
buffering.
bring him back into the
Today
fold.
is Wednesday.
Are you good now, Jay? You good?
Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. I'm going to do the daily word. And I'm going to do is Kente here or no?
He's here, but he's on self-mute. He said he was doing something.
Okay, so I'm going to do the daily word and I'm going to do the word of the day. The daily word is eager. E-A-G-E-R. I am eager to deepen my spiritual understanding. My spiritual path has taken me far. Over the years, I've grown through spiritual study, been comforted by prayer, and have felt inspired to discover the depths of my divinity and the potential of my humanity. The more I learn, the more eager I become to discover even more. The mysteries of God are vast and ultimately unknowable. As I expand my awareness of the divine through my spiritual practice, I feel myself changed. My eagerness to know God, to feel God as the light in my life and the love in my heart, fills me with a lasting peace and a joy that blesses me at depth. My eagerness to discover colors all areas of my life. I meet others, go places, and take part in the world fully and enthusiastically. I am a divine being, eager to live my life to its fullest. Today's Bible verse is Psalms 119:32. I run the way of your commandments, for you enlarge my understanding. J. King, what is the word of the day? The word of the day is irritant, a thing that is continually annoying or distracting, a substance that causes slight inflammation or other discomfort to the body. Let me see if I could use this in a sentence. OAJ, if you could be bottled and used to irritate people, you would be called the Howard Irritant. Irritant. Give me some claps.
You didn't hear the claps?
No.
His logo would be a badger.
Did anyone hear the applause?
I heard applause.
Oh,
so maybe just on my side. Howard said he didn't hear the applause either.
I was just a badger.
Howard, if you was in a group, they'd be called Howard Bloom and the Irritants. Your first single would be called Pain in the Ass. Your second single would be called I'm Just a Hemorrhoid.
The logo and his logo would be a badger.
No,
an annoying little animal.
Don't give a badge to that badge. Don't do that to that badge. Don't do that to the badge.
we have a 5-minute, 13-second video here on Cameo.
Okay.
If you'd like me to play it.
Play the video.
All right. School is in session.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jay King. I am the manager of the super band Cameo. I work directly for Larry Blackmon. And be clear, Larry Blackmon is Cameo, and Cameo is Larry Blackmon. Anything that happens with Cameo happens through Larry Blackmon. There are a lot of questions, a lot of people saying a lot of things online about the group, because the band's been around for over 40 years, going on 50 years. Larry Blackmon said it's going to be 100 years of Cameo and then some. And when he says it, I believe him, because Larry Blackmon is Cameo and Cameo is Larry Blackmon. So let me clear up a few things. Number one, there are 4 legendary members of Cameo, guys that have been in the group for 30 years or better. Kevin Kendrick, 40 years in Cameo, keyboardist and one of their chief songwriters. Anthony Lockett, 45 years in Cameo, guitarist, songwriter, and original vocalist of the song Sparkle. He continues to sing that song today. Then we have Jeff Nelson, 36 years in Cameo on keyboards and songwriting. And last but not least, Willie Morris, 40 plus years in Cameo on vocals. Those are the legends. We also have the legacy of Cameo. And the legacy consists of Larry Blackmon Jr. and B.J. Willer Blackmon, both Larry's sons and key vocalists in the group that exists today as the legacy. Along with them is Aaron Mills Jr. We call him AJ. Aaron Mills Jr. is the son of the original bass player with Cameo, Aaron Mills. Again, part of the legacy. And then we have our lifer. And a lifer is somebody who's 10 years or more with Cameo, and that's Marcus Malone. And then we round out with our two newest members, but they've been with us for over 5 years each. Gerald Richardson on vocals and Elijah Paris on drums. We call him Dookie. Now, if you haven't seen Cameo, you might want to check them out. Not only are they still exciting and electric, they are doing some of the catalog, some of the deep catalog that they hadn't done in a while. If you've seen them lately, you saw them doing Talking Out the Side of Your Neck. But guess what? All of the catalog is open now. And on any given weekend, when you see Cameo, you just don't know if it's Alligator Woman, Flirt, I Just Want to Be, or We're Going Out Tonight. You just don't know what they're going to do. But what you do know is they are going to be Cameo. They're going to be quality, and they're going to be great. And I want to say to those of you who have wished Larry Blackman to get well soon, he knows. He's reading, he's watching, he's seeing, and he thanks you. And what he asks you to do is to support Cameo, because his vision is Cameo 100 years and counting. And that happens because of you. Because you support Larry Blackman and his legacy and the legends that have walked with him. I want to say this to those of you who say, but we don't see that guy or this person or that person. They've had their Cameo. Larry Blackman has shared his musical stage with many, and he will share it with many more. We invite you to join us with Larry Blackman as he presents to you the continuum of the Cameo legend, legacy, and music. Peace and Cameo is forever. Don't you forget it.
And there you have it. I think you're on
Great
mute.
introduction, Jay.
I think you're on mute, Lathers.
Great introduction, brother. Great introduction.
So why is it still playing?
It's not. You have a delay. You have to remember you now have a delay that's longer than normal for whatever reason.
What? No, I heard it. I watched it. And then, good morning, Adrian Lord. So so if I have a delay, why are you hearing me right now?
I didn't hear you at first.
Because I was on mute, goofball.
Oh, well, okay.
Because it was still playing. That's why.
Okay.
So Cameo's been around since 1974. Wow. 73, 74. Hey, did you? I need you to check the account and move money around for me.
Hey, Snitchy, we need to move the squares around.
Is it too much to ask you, Howard, to put on a shirt?
Why'd you put me on mute? Shit, if I need you to, I know what I'm doing. Howard ain't even gonna be here. Why do he need to put a shirt on? Howard is
okay.
Howard
Every
is
time
new.
Howard say he leaving, he hardly keeps his word to that. But okay.
Well, if Howard want to be here half naked for Cameo to talk shit to him, that's his business. It ain't like Howard. This is the first time Howard been half naked, and you looking at him, nigga. He half naked all the time on the show.
Where is that?
We can't hear you, Howard. Why can't I hear Howard?
I don't know, but he has John's name on his what's the name? I just noticed that.
Well, they ain't got nothing to do with why I can't hear him.
No.
Did you notice that, Snitchy? You are so perceptive.
I saw it. John Beckman can suck a cock.
It's all right.
Why do you attack Beckman?
Well, okay. I got an issue with Mac turning down my volume. I don't know why. Why do I attack Beckman? Well,
Yeah.
Beckman spent a lot of time attacking me. Oh, look at that. I just watched it go down. This fucking piece of shit. Beckman deserves to be attacked. He's pitiful.
And why did
He's
you?
not here. You should do that when he was here.
I did do it when he was here.
Not as much
I'm
you doing
not the
lately.
one keeping him off the stage. Jay is.
I didn't keep him off the stage.
Well, then invite him. Put your arms out, Jay, and say, John, please come back. Everybody
What
wants
happened?
you to be back,
Nobody,
including the Jew. Beckman. Beckman deserves another place on the stage.
Well, he can be in the chat room. He can be in the chat room. Chocolate Peach.
Why is he shunned?
Why is he shunned?
Yeah, he's like a Pennsylvania Dutch.
Well, if that's the right word.
I don't know if he's shunned.
Let me ask Chocolate.
Well, you know what? I got a joke for
What
you.
did he do?
I got a joke for you, Howard. I thought about. I read this joke.
You got a lot from me today, Jay King. That's quite.
Well, this joke is.
That's quite
yeah, but
decent of you.
So, Howard and Nancy met on a singles cruise, and from the moment Howard saw her, he was absolutely captivated. They spent the days dancing under the stars, sharing long conversations by the deck rail, and laughing over fancy cocktails. You know, Howard can talk. When they returned home and realized that they lived just a few miles apart, Howard was ecstatic. Without hesitation, he began asking her out. Come over to my little cubicle. In the weeks that followed, Howard took Nancy to dance clubs, candlelight dinners, concerts, movies, and museums. Every date was better than the last. And with each passing moment, Howard grew more certain Nancy was the one. To celebrate the 1-month anniversary of their first dinner on the cruise ship, Howard planned something special, a romantic evening at an elegant restaurant. As they sipped their cocktails, waiting for their salads, Howard took a deep breath, straightened his tie, and cleared his throat. Nancy, he began, his eyes warm with sincerity, which doesn't happen very often. I think you can tell I'm completely in love with you. But before we take the next step, I need to be upfront about something. Nancy leaned in, intrigued. Howard continued, before I reach into my jacket for a certain little box and ask you a life-changing question, there's something you should know. I'm a food fanatic. No, I'm a golf fanatic. I play, read about it, watch it on TV. I eat, sleep, and breathe golf. If that's a deal breaker, now's the time to tell me. Nancy took a slow sip of her drink, set it down, and smiled. Howard, that won't be a problem at all. I love you just the way you are, and I love golf too. She paused, then added, but since we're being completely honest, I should tell you that for the last 5 years, I've been a hooker. Howard blinked, his mind raced, then after a brief pause, he leaned in with a knowing grin and said, well, that's probably because you're not keeping your wrists straight when you swim.
I only figured that out just a second, but I'm not a golfer.
He said he live and breathe golf.
Who did?
The guy. He sees every. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I never said that.
No, the guy.
No, Howard. It was, so he was a golfer. She said, I'm a hooker. He said, that's because you're not holding your wrist straight. That's what a lot of the ladies be telling you.
I was just touching base.
We're on the show. We're in the middle of the show right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. You're on live. They just heard me call you. So I thought that was cute because Howard, a lot of ladies that come to your house are hookers and you just don't know it. You just be in love with them.
Married somebody I know for 3 years.
Now,
nice looking woman. She's 41 and 5'8". Might be taller than me. It's all right.
Howard, when was the last time you had a really good-looking woman? Not that you purchased. I mean, that a woman that was just attracted to you for you.
Well, I can't tell you why they're attracted to me, Jake.
I said, when was the last time, Howard? When was the last time you had a good-looking woman that was attracted to you? Not that you purchased, but somebody.
Oh, that'll be tonight. That'll be tonight.
You already got an appointment.
Not the ATM.
I'm saying not that you.
She just left her American boyfriend who was abusive.
To come to you?
Not to come to me.
I can say because she don't know how abusive you are.
I am not abusive, Jake.
No, she left her American boyfriend. Her abusive boyfriend. She trying to get back on her feet. That was her story. She's trying to get back on her feet.
No. Her daughter is 15. Didn't like the way he was treating her. The daughter got involved, and it didn't work out.
Oh, okay.
And he was an alcoholic. Let me tell you, whether they're an alcoholic or they're bipolar, it doesn't matter. They fuck with families.
He likes the con man up at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Good morning, B. Butch. That's what.
Well, that's a very astute comment. But when I see things I don't like, I say them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this power grab. I don't like this power grab going on, and it seems that I have to go look it up and see what's really going on because I don't trust the media. But I have to go and see what this power grab is going on.
So you don't agree with what Trump is doing?
I don't agree with a lot of what he's doing. Just because he's Donald Trump. Look, I would rather have Donald Trump in there than anybody else. I would like to have people gnashing their teeth and complaining, telling everybody how terrible it is. We suffered through 4 years of Biden. It's time to turn it around. But he's not doing everything right. See, I'm not a sycophant like Biden, like Beckman. Sorry. Beckman's a sycophant.
And you're
What
not.
do you mean nobody cares, Janet Marie? Janet Marie, you're going to hurt my feelings. And I got Marie coming over.
So this is going
There's
to
a
be.
lot of there's a lot of animosity, Jay, against Beckman. Why?
I think because because Beckman has said things that have been inflammatory. You know, when
Well,
you
you
talk
said a
about
lot of things for him that he didn't defend himself, and that's kind of sitting out there too.
John Beckman, when it came to George Floyd, John Beckman said we don't know why the guy he defended the police officer in a lot of ways.
But why did we
Donald
bring
Trump-
that up again?
Because he defended Donald Trump and a lot of the things that he did, and he sounded like a racist. He sounded like a racist white man, and I called him out on it, and he didn't like it. And then when he called me and asked me why was I mad at him, I said I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed. And then he said I don't have to think like you, which he didn't, and he doesn't. And then he said, well, if you can't, if we don't agree on that, we can't be friends. And I said, okay, have a good day. And I hung up. When a motherfucker tell me we can't be friends, motherfucker, we can't be friends.
Do you think he really meant that? Do you think he really meant that?
Let me say this to you. I'll say some shit to me that you don't really mean. And it might be, I'm the wrong person to say shit that you don't really mean.
Beckman's kind of known for saying stupid shit.
I don't say things to you that I don't mean. When I say,
I don't either.
When I
I'm
say
just saying Beckman does.
When I say that you got a little lady boy thing on you, you got a little lady boy thing on you. I mean that. You got a little. You make me think you're attracted to lady boys.
J. King, you're out of your fucking mind, but that's okay.
I'm just telling you.
I don't mind.
Even if Beckman would have said we got to do some dumb shit for the greater good, he didn't even say that. He surprises. I'm surprised. Jay is looks at it different, but he surprises me. I'm like, there's no way anybody could be that stupid.
Beckman could be that stupid. He's done it before.
I don't think it is stupidity. I think that's
given the ability to be really stupid. Beckman can step up.
Privilege of a white male.
That's crazy.
And it
no,
borders
it's a privilege of Beckman.
And it borders on racism. And so if you don't see it, then
Okay.
But I'm
I
not
don't think
changing
he
my
really
position.
knows what he says.
He does. John is smart. John ain't no dummy. He knows what he says.
Yeah.
But he says stupid shit. And he loses his shit over stuff he shouldn't lose his shit over.
I mean, just like now they have that argument about there in Washington, and they haven't had a murder since they've been there. That's fine and dandy. But what happens if they leave on a Wednesday? What happens on a Thursday? There's no plan. I don't get it.
But who leaves?
The military. Actually, the numbers are great now, but there's no plan.
But they have exclusive.
I didn't disagree with some of the stuff that he said. Some of the stuff I don't agree with some of the stuff that Donald Trump is doing, especially to stop crime. But when but when you can't say anything, when you are supportive here, then you can't say, "Hey, this guy is wrong." Especially when they start doing what they did to people, Mexican people of Hispanic descent, where John Beckman said, "Well." Like the one guy, they tried to make him a gang member, but he wasn't. But because Donald Trump said it, guys like Beckman continue to say it. They continue to
Right.
push the narrative, even though it wasn't true. So if he
You
can push
see-
the narrative on him, he might push a narrative on me. I'm a black man. I don't know what he'll say about me.
Well, we know what he won't say.
Well, there's something I'd like to say. Our special guests have arrived.
All right, they're here.
Yes.
Come on.
All right. Without further ado, let us welcome in our special guest, the legacy of Cameo.
All right, give him some claps. Give him some hand claps.
I have the claps playing. Y'all don't hear the applause?
Oh,
I
we
don't hear
don't.
applause.
Lord Jesus.
couldn't hear
How about
I
now?
do.
You be effing up.
And here we go.
You said that 30 minutes ago. That damn prostate.
Good morning.
Welcome. Let me see. What's happening, BJ? There's what's happening, BJ? What's happening, Larry Jr.?
Good morning.
Good to see you guys, man. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Out and clear.
Can you hear me, BJ?
BJ, can you hear us?
Can't hear us.
BJ might need to go out and come
Larry,
back in.
Larry, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
How you doing, young man? Good to see you, sir.
Likewise.
So those
hold on.
are the sons. Yeah, we can hear
Larry,
you.
bro.
I can hear you now.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Now.
Yes.
And now we
Yes.
can.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes. Well,
Yeah. So welcome, man. Great to have you guys on the show. This is Kings of the Morning now. Larry, this is a crazy show.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
With some crazy guys. But the Bay Area is Cameo country. I'm not talking about where Cameo, we started liking Cameo, in the Word Up album or the Single Life album. From day one, from Cardiac Arrest, from Rigor Mortis,
right.
The Bay Area loved Cameo over everything and everybody. And so it's good to have you guys on the show. So I just want to get into it. 51 years is a long time. You guys were around it. What was it like watching the shaping of the group Cameo?
BJ, do you want to start and then I'll come in?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Larry. I'll come in on the tail end.
All right. So first of all, let me just say it is an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you. I've been looking forward to this. This makes my day. Damn breakfast. This makes my day. Who needs oatmeal when you get Jay King and the crew in the morning, right? So you know what I mean? So to answer the question briefly, what's it been like? It's been an enjoyable ride. I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. My brother and I have been there for the entire thing. And that has been a joy. We can tell you stories for days of what it was like. It was sometimes crazy, sometimes fun, sometimes frustrating as hell. But at the end of the day, man, it's been an enjoyable ride and a blessing to be a part of. And I'll turn it over to my brother if he wants to say something.
Yeah, and let me pick up on what my brother said earlier about Jay. I tell people all the time, Jay is the cat who broke down the door for independent hip hop in a lot of senses, because the way Jay was moving in the industry at the time was the blueprint for what a lot of independent hip hop turned into. So, you know what I mean? And for me, who used to sit there and read the articles about Jay King, to be on Jay King's show it's a blast. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all very much for having you. I watched the show You all are definitely entertaining. You know, but it's good to have that real talk and that real energy. You know, in terms of being around Cameo, you know, listen, let me say this. What value do you put on being around the shaping and the part of not just musical history, but the history of our culture? And Cameo being one of the groups that have been fortunate enough to contribute to that on a level, whereas their albums are not just songs you hear, they're ingrained in the fabric of Black culture and Black music and Black rock and roll. You understand what I'm saying? So being around that, watching that come together, seeing all the different components to it be put into place to make it what it needs to be, was an experience, definitely a learning experience, and a blessing that I can't even put a measure on.
So you guys, Cameo's been around for 51 years. Larry Blackmon, it has always been the catalyst, he was the beginning of Cameo, and really the extension of Cameo, because the extension is through you all. Was it hard to step in? I mean, because Larry, you're successful as in the political world and the business world. You are Mr. New York. So how difficult was it for you to step in and say, you know what, I'm going to step into the legacy of Cameo because now is the time?
So Jay, actually, it wasn't different. It wasn't difficult at all because we've been groomed and been around it all of our lives. I played 3 or 4 instruments. My brother's brilliant at producing and writing and singing himself. So we've been groomed for this all of our lives. So was it hard? No. The difficult thing is transitioning and trying to make sure that you silo certain things and you keep things sort of separate. But outside of that, I mean, listen, once we hit the stage, it's on and popping. I'll put us up against anybody at this stage. And there's been, we are appreciative and forgive me, I have Harlem swag and I have confidence, and I'll just say it up front. Pardon me, but you put us on stage and we're killing it right now. So it hasn't been hard because we've been around greatness and we grew up at a time where it was like, all right, let's take it to the stage, right? And we sit there and you watch and you learn. And then when it's your time, I think the Lord puts you in places for reasons.
Yeah. BJ, you were the road manager, but you also are a radio personality in New York. You have your own hip hop group, the Gecko Brothers, and you used to do all of the sound checks. So how has it been transitioning from being the business guy to being one of the front guys?
It's, you asking me that is funny because I know you did every aspect of what had to be done to make things happen. So you can relate to what I'm saying when I said if there's a position that's got to be filled, you fill it. You'll be the publicist, you'll be the roadie, you'll be the wardrobe guy, you'll be the talent coordinator. You will do everything that's got to be done. And I've been fortunate enough to be around this long enough to have been in every capacity in every position. And what it allowed me to do was have an understanding of how the machine as a whole works. So that the business part of it wasn't that difficult. It's like anything else. You pick it up, you learn it, you do the discipline, and you carry it out. In terms of the music and the talent, that's something that was always inherent in myself, my brother, our whole family to a degree. And, that part of it, you let that part live. The transition from doing radio show is just another facet. Being a hip hop and part of the act, the Gecko Brothers with my man, John O, that's just another facet of what that. Before it was myself and Jamal, the Buffalo Soldiers. You know what I mean? So it's just been doing what's got to be done at the time to make it work.
So now that now that you're in the front of the stage, now you are one of your Cameo, Larry Jr.'s Cameo. You guys are Cameo. tell me the difference now in the excitement of watching the metamorphosis, because it seemed like there's a whole new energy on stage with you guys. So BJ, I want you to tell me from your perspective, and then Larry, I want you to tell me from your perspective, because this is the first time that you a front man, and you like Donald Trump. Donald Trump didn't run for nothing but president, right? He didn't hold no other office. So first, you BJ, seeing the new energy in the band, how has that affected you?
Let me tell you something. We have had the good fortune of being around musicians who have been part of this organization since the beginning, since the early days, since its inception. We have had the opportunity to work with all of them. We have had the opportunity to learn with them. And not only that, marvel at the genius that these musicians are as gentlemen. I mean, you talk about somebody like Kevin Kendricks. You talk about somebody like Anthony Lockett. You talk about somebody like Jeff Nelson. You talk about somebody like Willie Morris. These guys have been in Cameo these guys are beyond lifers. These guys are Cameo. You know what I'm saying? Right. As much as anyone else who has been there and contributed to part of it. So for me, I approach it from an angle of trying to pay homage to what the legacy of it has been and trying to get it to be what it needs to be in order to honor that legacy and work with those fine musicians and bring a product to the stage that people will enjoy, that people will remind people of what that music meant to them in their time in their lives and the things that music got them through. And for people to come out and have a good show and be able to get away from all of that. You know what I mean? So for me, it's really about trying to practice the discipline of getting it right and making it what it needs to be for it to be Cameo.
And Larry, you want to answer that too?
Sure. So I don't know. I mean, being on stage, I think I learned I have ADHD. Apparently, you know, I'm hyperactive. I'm ready to jump off a riser and move to one side of the stage. You know, my brother and I often, you know, it's the 5 heartbeats on stage. The funniest moments are when we're on stage, because there's certain things that'll happen. You know, it's like Duck and his brother, you know, when you singing my parts, when you singing my parts, well, move out of the way, you know. But I will tell you, we have had nothing but fun, and we are bringing what the fans expect. And what the fans want to see, and we haven't had a single negative experience. And I could just tell you, it's been a dream come true for everyone involved, and an honor to be around geniuses.
I'm gonna tell you 2 things that happened. Number one, in Spartanburg, South Carolina, you all came out to Talking Out the Side of Your Neck, and from the time you guys hit the stage, the audience was just up. And when you guys broke into Talking Out the Side of Your Neck as the first song, I got goose pimples, not on my arms, and my whole body. It was just magical. And at that moment, I knew Cameo is forever. When was that the moment for you all that you knew we're gonna be okay?
That was one. And the moment I knew that we were going to be okay, and I'm curious to hear my brother's moment, but at that show, when we came off of stage, I mean, there were 2 moments. There was a time where I walked over to the side of the stage and we're doing something. I think we were doing Candy or something. And I looked at the side of the stage and I just saw folks' faces. They were like mesmerized. I mean, the looks on people's faces were like, you know, and I knew we had them. And then coming off stage, people were just, you know, someone who's affiliated with us, who's always calm, cool, and collective, was just screaming backstage. She had lost her mind. And I had never seen her. She was cursing and screaming. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
That's that New York in her. That's that New York in her.
And, you know, and I'm at the point of exhaustion. I'm trying to grasp for air. And then Dougie Fresh came up. And Dougie came up to me and shook my hand and said, "That's what I'm talking about. It's about time." Once he did that, I was like, we're good.
Yeah, yeah. That was a great show. I'd have to say for me the moment, a lot of times when you're dealing with so many different things on your mind, you're dealing with all the different aspects of what's going on, and you're kind of moving through the motions. I think for me at that particular show, what gave me the knowledge, or I would say reassured me that it would be all right. That particular show, Aaron Mills happened to come to that particular show.
But Aaron Mills is the original bass player. His son, Aaron Mills Jr., AJ, plays with Cameo now. So I just want to make sure.
AJ is on stage with us now. And we were all up there, and Aaron getting to see AJ do his thing and us coming up there. And I walked over to him and I said, "Well, sir," and he said, "Young man, I'm very proud of you." And that, to me, to get approval from one of the guys who has walked in those shoes and done. Aaron is one of the most amazing bass players on the planet, on this planet Earth. And to get his approval, to me, meant a lot. And to see him show AJ that level of love and respect to me, it let me know that everything was going to be all right.
So now Cameo is on its way to the UK. So So tell me about this date. Why is this date so important to you all?
Larry, you want to take that one?
Sure. Well, first of all, some of the people that are on the bill for this act are legends in their own right, just clearly. So it's an honor to even be mentioned in the same sentence with the Dionne Warwick or Shalimar, Lisa Stansfield. We're fans first, right? So being able to just sit there and watch it and take it in is a complete honor. So this show is special because of that. Secondly, I can remember for me and the Word Up tour in 1986, we went to London and Paris and Germany, and we did that. And the fans from other countries overseas have such an appreciation for Black music. And in some respects, if you take a look at the historical nature of London music and the scene and what it did for Black music, reggae music, just to even be invited over is still an honor. So we're looking forward to standing on the stage with those greats and then representing Black music in America in a way that we know that we can.
Absolutely. And carrying on the legacy in such in a place where they appreciate music and the fans really love Cameo. Like, the whole candy dance phenomenon. The first couple of times I went over there and saw that this was a thing, a cultural thing, and they have the candy dance that they do, and be out there performing, and you see the whole crowd doing it in unison, and everybody is having fun. What I love about the UK is, at the end of the day, they're about the music, and if the vibe is good and the music is good, they're gonna rock out with you. So we're looking forward to coming to the UK and getting to bring a show to everybody and having a good time and just rocking out.
So let me tell you one of the things that happened to me after Spartanburg. Somebody called me and said, "Hey man, Larry's moving good now, huh?" And I said, yeah, Larry's the man. He's great. And he said, "Man, what did you guys? What did you guys do?" I said, "What do you?" Oh, I said, "No, that's Larry Jr." He said, "Man, I thought that was Black." I said, "It is. It's Black Jr." So, when did it start happening that the you and your dad really having the same look? You guys have the same look. You guys have some of the same mannerisms, timbre, your voice. When did you start to recognize that was a thing?
In the crib in Harlem Hospital, they gave me chocolate milk and they said, "Larry Sr., do you want any more milk?" And I said, "No, I'm Larry Jr." And the next thing you know, in Harlem Hospital, they give you chocolate milk when you come out. But what I would say is, no, that's always been a thing. And even with my brother BJ, we're all, the two of us and our father, we're all brothers. Like, it's almost our relationship at this point is that you have three brothers that talk to each other like brothers, that don't listen to each other like brothers, but that love, especially with him, but that love each other like brothers. So it's always been a thing, you know. It's really funny. Sometimes people think that I am him, and then, as you said, it's funny.
Anybody with questions? Kente, I see Kente's there. I see. I know Chief might have a question, so. And if you have a question, now's the time.
Well, I noticed how later on, you know, in y'all career, not now, but when you was really on the set, that y'all really got more conscious, like talking out the side of your neck and political, and that shit was dope to me. It showed how y'all evolved, you know, and that's the part that I like, you know, about your group. I liked it from the beginning, you know. When you came to Sacramento, I emulated. I was in the drama class at Grant High School, and soon as I busted in and saw your show, and y'all had the lighters or something, man, whatever, and the jumpsuits and shit, I emulated that shit, and we did a show during the an event, and we got kicked out, man. We was the baddest though. You know, that was like in the 80s, man. And we turned it out because we came out with lighters, lighting it and shit, man. And they shut it down, man. And next thing I know, I was a star at Grant, man.
You know, we talking about the side of your neck, but there was a song that we play on KDEE here that I thought really defined the evolution of Cameo, and that was Skin I'm In, which I thought was one of the greatest songs that Cameo had that didn't break through because of the content of it. It was so heavy. I mean, the video was just powerful.
Yeah.
It was powerful because this is Skin I'm In comes after the Word Up album, and it is a brilliant song. Will there ever be a time that Cameo does Skin I'm In live?
We do it.
Good.
Yeah. It speaks to a lot of what has gone on in the world, a lot of what history has been, a lot of what it continues to be, and it makes it's a strong social commentary. The groove is there, the funk is there, but the people, I think the people who needed to hear that song, Jay, heard it. You know what I mean? And one thing about Cameo, they've always made statements in the music. If you go back to We All Know Who We Are, you know, it's always been about being true to the spirit of the truth in itself. So you do a song like Skin I'm In, you do a song like Talking Out the Side of Your Neck, and people gravitate towards those songs because they're real. So we're always glad to have the opportunity to do those songs in the set where we can.
Will there be any new recordings? Is there a thought of maybe recording something new? You know, we live in a singles world now, so you don't have to record whole albums anymore. And Cameo has such a vast catalog. You can release 2 singles a year, once every 6 months, and be impactful. Will there be any Cameo singles?
Let me jump in by quoting a commercial for Staples. There's a plan for that. There's a plan for that. Trust me.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to add to the conversation, Jay, really quickly about the Skin I'm In piece.
Yes.
The Machismo album, which was the album that song was on, was the album that followed Word Up. And if you listen to that album, it's really what they tried to do is do a continuation of Word Up, right? So several things from You Make Me Work or whatever. And Skin I'm In, for those who didn't know, those are James Brown's horn players on that. That's Fred Wesley and Maceo. And And I remember being there when they recorded that and just seeing them sitting there. It was just a powerful moment in Cameo's career. And that's something that most people don't know and don't necessarily talk about.
And you know, You Make Me Work is another song that I think was just a great Cameo record that just got lost in the sauce for some reason. That Machismo album was really a great record. And I don't know if they were trying to force them to do another Word Up album, because it's more light, because those were heavy songs that,
I would say the Machismo album, like my brother said, was more of an extension of Word Up. But one thing about the Cameo albums, Cameo has always had the benefit of having a very strong fan base, and the Cameo fans gravitate towards the music. So even when you get into Machismo, Real Men Wear Black, Emotional Violence, if you're a Cameo fan and you like the Cameo sound, you're going to get what you want from the album. I don't think there's ever been a Cameo album that someone will pick up and be like, well, that doesn't sound like Cameo, because Cameo has done so much across the broad spectrum of songs as vast as Find My Way.
I've got
you know
your
what
image.
I mean? I've got your image.
Yeah.
Soul Titan. You know what I mean? Like deep funky stuff. And we'll do a ballad like Sparkle. You know what I mean? Anthony Lockett sings that in the show. That's the original singer of Sparkle on the record. You know what I mean? So, having that vast of a catalog, it's a blessing, but what you get from every Cameo album is Cameo's sound and their interpretation of whatever it is they do. They are as true to making it what it needs to be to make that.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys two different questions. One's going to be about fashion. One's going to be about music. So if you had to pick one Cameo album, and you can't say I like them all, one album, which Cameo album would you say is your favorite?
Which one would you say, Larry?
I would say that my favorite Cameo album, it would probably be a tie, but one of my favorite Cameo albums that's slept on is Style.
Okay, so Style would be yours. So that's I'm saying favorite album, your favorite Cameo album.
Okay, let me take that back. I'll say it's a tie. Well, I like it for different reasons,
I know, but you got you got one album. That's I just that's the politician in Larry Jr. You got one album.
One album. I would probably say the album for me that I like the most would probably be She's Strange.
Okay. BJ.
Yes, that's a very difficult question, Jay. I mean, Real Men Wear Black. How do you not? Man, it's great. Honestly, I think I am going to say my favorite album might be the most recent album released by Cameo, which I would say is Sexy Sweet Thing.
Your favorite album?
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you listen to the first album, Cardiac Arrest, which I have back here in my vinyl collection, I've got it right there. If you listen to Cardiac Arrest and you listen to Sexy Sweet Thing, to me it is a testimony to the fact that Cameo has maintained the funk over all those years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you take a song like Sexy Sweet Thing, which is so funky. You know what I mean? You take a song like She Wants Some More. You know what I mean? So to me, that is actually, and like Larry said, some albums are slept on. That one is slept on, but that's one of my favorite albums.
My favorite album by Cameo.
I know what yours is going to be, Jay.
What do you think mine is going to be?
Well, I think I think you're going to go with cardiac arrest. I can't be mad at you. Can't be mad at you. Can't be mad
Cameosis.
at you.
When you look at
Cameosis.
cameosis, shake your pants. We're going out tonight. Why have I lost you? I care for you. Come on, man. On the one.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Cameosis.
Cameosis is my favorite Cameo album, but I love Knights of the Sound Table.
Right.
You know, and I loved I love Cardiac Arrest. I love We All Know Who We Are. I love the cover to We All Know Who We Are. I loved how avant-garde Cameo was. So I told you I was going to ask you about your favorite album, but the next thing I said I'm going to ask you about fashion, because Cameo used to wear these little slingy outfits, right? These leotard-like outfits.
Yeah.
And then Cameo started drifting into real hardcore fashion. Gaultier and and people that you didn't really know, but that were, because they were so cutting edge. When did that start? When did it start? And how did the design, especially the videos and stuff, the big hats and and all that?
So let me be clear with some folks about the history of Cameo. Many people may not know this, right? And BJ, if I'm saying anything out of turn, correct me. But for those of you who don't know, Cameo split in 1980. 1980, 1981, there was a split. There were guys that like to call themselves the original members, right? Those guys left in 1980, 1981, about half of them. Many of them left. Some of them formed their own group. You can find that album out there in the eBay sphere if you want. And then Larry Blackman and the rest of the group, he made the decision. Before 1981, he was playing drums and singing. In 1981, he made the decision to come up to save the band, because the band had split. He moved the operation to Atlanta, and that was the change. So at that point, Jay, the band became more about fashion and more about look and image than before. It was always that, but prior to that, when you have it's much easier to dress 4 guys than it is to dress 13,
right,
15, right? And so I remember being a kid, my job on the road was handling jock straps and uniforms and towels, and I had all the stuff that was wet from them playing on stage, and had to make sure it went to wherever it went, right? So at that point, if you take a look at the Be Yourself video, these were the first Cameo videos of the new iteration. Alligator Woman, Be Yourself, and BJ, there was one more that I'm forgetting. But Flirt.
Yeah,
Alligator
Flirt.
Woman, Be Yourself, and Flirt. That was when the fashion, like the look of Cameo with the Jerry curls and how we look and working out. These guys would go to Broadway Dance Center every week. That's where I went as a kid. BJ went too. I learned jazz, tap, and ballet. I took tap with the tap dance kid, Savion Glover. We were both in the same class. That's why
Frank Hatchett, right. Frank Hatchett was the teacher.
Frank Hatchett's right. That's why
Broadway
he's
Dance
in
Center.
the Attack Me With Your Love video, and I'm not, because I got cut on the cutting room floor to let Savion get in. So I'm still salty about that. That's a story for another day. But the bottom line, Jay, is around that time, it was about music and image, because appearance is the first rule of success.
Well, what caused that? What caused that change? Did somebody, was there management? Was there an epiphany? Was there somebody new? What caused the change to say, you know what? Fashion is going to be important to the music we do?
I want to say that I think it was an extension of the direction that the band was headed in overall. If you look at what the landscape of black music was at the time, there was a lot of acts who were doing their thing and this is what we do, but then there was a lot of acts who were trying to find their footing. Cameo is one of the acts who was able to go from the bigger band era when you had 13, 14 members, and they were able to make the transition into scaling down and reprocessing the whole thing to make it more palatable to what was going on. But if you really it wasn't just about the fashion, it was about the growth of them musically as artists, the sounds they were able to do, the things they were able to do. Think about a song like She's Strange, okay?
Yeah.
That's it's funk, it's R&B, and it's hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? At a time,
I like the way
when
you
people,
walk. I like the way she talked. It make the turn with a sister can turn. You know what?
You
And
know
that's
what I mean?
1979.
That's actually it's
She's Strange
82.
was a little bit later.
Yeah,
Right.
She's Strange is 82.
That's
You
the
know what I mean?
evolution in
Yeah.
music.
Right. But it was the evolution of music, and it was the evolution of Cameo as a group. So putting all of these different elements into it. And then you got to look at all of the musical influences that Cameo had. You know what I mean? And all of these talented musicians coming together and LB being able to, you know what I mean, guide that and do the Chuck Daly coaching thing of you know what I mean? Putting all of those elements together. It made it something that was different from everything else that was happening.
But Jay, I just want to jump in and piggyback a little bit to say that these were guys that they're performing on college campuses at this time. They're performing everywhere, right? I've had people come up to me and say, yo, man, I was on the campus when your father and those guys all drove up in Ferraris. These are men that, and this is 1981, 1982. These are guys that would read the Robb Report, right? I don't know if you remember the Robb Report.
Of course, I know the Robb Report. Yes.
Right? They would look at that and say, you know what? I want that. They aspired for stuff, and then they brought that in. So they were always about Ferrari, always about a new look. Gaultier, right? Partnering with him. They had a fashion designer. His name was Toyce Anderson. Toyce was the one who brought the red cup to the dressing room, and LB opened the box and he was like, what is this? And Toyce was like, well, you're gonna wear it. And the next thing you know, he walks out to go film Word Up, and he's walking down under the bridge under 125th Street, and he's got this red codpiece on, and everybody's like, and that changed the course of history. So they were always avant-garde and knew that look also matters. How you look really conveys messages that talking sometimes doesn't.
And your videos.
And the videos. That's what I was gonna say. Like that video Word Up, even where it was shot in Harlem on 125th Street and 12th Avenue, what we would call 12th Avenue, Riverside Drive. Cameo was the first band to shoot a video there, and I have seen so many videos shot there ever since they shot Word Up there. You know what I mean? But they were always about breaking ground. Even when they went to Atlanta, although there were other groups there, I say to people all the time, whatever you've learned about the history of Atlanta music, you might not know. SOS Band, Brick, and Cameo laid the foundation there in terms of Black music, and that was a move made at a time that was pretty turbulent in Atlanta, and they went there and set that whole foundation up along with those other acts. So it was always about them being forward thinking and always about them, and first.
Listen, I worked on the Bloomberg campaign, Jay. I did work with Mayor Bloomberg several years ago, and then this guy comes up that they hired to do videography. He comes up to me and he says, man, I want to tell you something. I did the first high definition video ever, and it was your father's song Candy.
Wow.
First high definition video. And he said they had computer towers, and you look at that video and the way what it is, it was the first high definition video, and it was the first technology. So that's always been Cameo's thing.
And then 2 weeks later, Herb Alpert hired everybody to come do his album, his video for Keep Your Eye on Me. Same crew, same director, same everybody. Because he saw the Cameo video.
That Cameo video, that Candy video was a great video. It's so great, it stands up. And that's another thing that I think speaks volumes about Cameo, is how the videos stand up. I saw She's Strange the other day, and just seeing LB walking that little, I like the way she walk, I like the way she talking, his little side step.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that little.
Yeah.
That's how he played basketball too. He was all right hand from the side.
All right, you guys.
And that's where. Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna let you go ahead, Kenty. I just want to just let anybody who's tuning in right now know that we're talking to Larry Blackmon Jr., B.J. Willard Blackmon. These are the sons of Larry Blackmon. They are the current members of Cameo, along with some of the legends of Cameo, and the legacy is also AJ, who is Aaron Mills Jr. He's the bass player for Cameo. Cameo continues to play. They've been around for 51 years. Larry Blackmon says 100 years and going is what Cameo should be. His son has taken over the mantle for him as he mends and gets healthier. And I just wanted everybody to know. Go ahead, Kente. What were you going to say?
Well, I was looking at BJ's collection behind him, and that era of style of dress from the album covers that you got right there is a message right there. Let you see, and then you look back today and say, "Damn, how much our mind and our consciousness really changed." You know what I'm saying? From dress style to hairstyle. But I wanted to say about your music and videos. That was a time where it was about putting out a message esoterically about the movement. And you can see that, y'all had it. You were one of the R&B groups, and this is why you was able to transcend into the hip hop because of your message. All through music, just like when it's like a jungle sometimes. The message, the music, our music is really about the message and nothing else. All other things that you do is, I would say, vanity. However, the message is in the music to our story. And the point is, you just like Marvin said, the artist pays the price. So when you in front of that mic, you conveying a message with the sign of the times that if you got it, man. And you came with the videos to help transcend you into the hip hop era at that time, to where you still, I would look at your shit today, because I saw that you had the message in the R&B that helped propel you to the hip hop. Because back then, every R&B group was trying to look for the right rapper to make their music go into the next. Even Earth, Wind & Fire had a rapper. I said, whoa. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the transition of music, man. It's an evolution. And today, it's about world music. That's why I say that Bob Marley is the crescendo of the evolution of what hip hop and what it's supposed to convey in music, period. Because all of us are the leaders of it. So one love. That's what
One love. So Kente smoked a joint. I just want y'all to know.
Oh man, I smoked. Man,
One day, hey, I'm gonna tell you, one day he came to my house, right? And Kente came to my house and he hugged me, and I was high for 4 days. But this nigga is he's a walking marijuana plant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If he get next to you, you're gonna smell like marijuana at least for a day or two.
One love.
Hey guys, I like the number 13, and 13th also was a number of the Word Up album. And at that time, it was in the mid 80s. And when you guys came out with it, it was like an epiphany and change in the music industry. Everything, like Kente said, was like going to rap, even a rap, everything, the codes changed. And you came out, you set a standard, not just a standard for like one section. It was like pop. You hit all sectors, you hit all nationalities. It was like a hit across the board. What was it like seeing the continuation and the new growth from that album?
Well, I can tell you that was a very special time. My brother and I would spend countless days at and in the studio with those guys. I used to sleep under the soundboard, behind the board. you come in from school or whatever and just go there and stay around there. I can tell you that there were times that we would be driving up 7th Avenue in Harlem, and LB would be like, listen to this, son, tell me what you think. And he would pop something in. And the first time I heard Word Up, I didn't like it. I said, it sounds too much like, I didn't like, I was like, it sounds too much like Single Life to me. I know what you're trying to do, this, that, and the other. But then when they finished it, by the time they finished it, I begged them. I said, Candy should be the first release. We picked the album cover because the album cover, we were at the Mayflower Hotel. That's where the Cameo perch was, the Mayflower Hotel. And the Mayflower, we used to take the Penthouse. That was LB's turf, and a couple of the other guys would be there in the Mayflower Hotel. And I got in trouble once because they had the best Mississippi mud pie. Oh my God, they had the slice. I used to be like, word, y'all go to the studio, all right. Yeah, let me get 2 Mississippi mud pie slices in room 14. But it was a special, every song on that album to me had a special spirit to it. Most people don't know, Cameo and the Fat Boys built Quad Studios.
Yes.
They were the two artists that were in that studio with that guy that owned it. His name was Lou. Cameo and the Fat Boys built that studio, hands down.
Shout out to Lou Gonzalez.
So let me tell you guys a story about
just let people know that's the same studio that Tupac got shot in.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I want to tell you.
Yeah,
I want to tell you a story though about Word Up, and I want to tell you the story because you guys got to tell me why this was. So we're in Switzerland for the Montreux Rock Festival. Club Nouveau, the Thompson Twins, Cameo, the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Haircut 100. We're at a party. We're at this party and everybody is there. And Russell Simmons, and Word Up is out. And Russell Simmons is trying to push the Beastie Boys and somebody into LB and into Cameo because they got a beef about Word Up, about the sucker DJs or whatever. What was that a New York thing? Because I never understood what the beef was, what the beef was between Cameo saying all you sucker DJs and
the Thank
New
You
York.
Fly.
Yeah, the New York guys. And I was like, why is Russell? I mean, Russell was literally trying to start something.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
Because Word was the East Coast word. Word was the East Coast word. Word Up was East Coast.
Word Up, Word. Yeah. Let me say this. There were people who speculated that it was about. If you see the video, the guys wore the hats that people thought were like Run DMC. But listen, let me clear up the perception. There's a perception that Cameo had something against rap music, and they didn't. Cameo were fans of rap music. They embraced it just like every other genre of music that they came across. Like my brother said, we come to the studio after school and Dougie Fresh would be there. You know what I mean? So it wasn't anything with rap. I think what happened is when the song took off and it started to gravitate and pick up steam, and because of that video, people might have took it as, oh, well, these guys wear hats and it kind of looks like Run. They were trying to diss Run DMC, but no, they weren't speaking about. They were speaking, if you really think about it, the lyrics to Word Up are about being true to yourself in terms of who you are. You know what I mean? Right. You, as they would say back then, perpetrating the fraud. You know what I mean?
Right.
By not representing yourself. And I think Word Up was just speaking to be true. But, people's interpretations are always open to however they perceived it. I mean, it's part of the beauty of music that, people perceive music in different ways. And the other thing I would add to that is, and my brother and I have talked about this, 86 was one of the most competitive years in Black music When you look at the music that was released in that year,
man,
that was like if you had an NBA draft All-Star class, I find it hard to find another year that had the competitive energy of music in 86 and 87, black music especially. So, but it made everybody better. It made everybody have to compete more. And Cameo was up to the challenge.
And
DJ, Word Up, Candy, Back and Forth, Don't Be Lonely. And it was a classic.
Yeah.
But let me just jump in on one point that I saw this online and I thought it's the dumbest thing. Like, people believe anything that they see, and there was somebody on TikTok that put this video up and said that Candy was a song about cocaine, and I'm like, it was the dumbest thing. But to Jay's question, my brother and I, we hang out a lot with many of the old school hip hop pioneers, and they will tell you straight up, Cameo was one of the first groups to give Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five an opportunity to open up for them. And they wanted to emulate Cameo. Melly Mel has told me that many occasions.
Yes, he told me the same thing. Yes.
Even recently, CL Smooth from Pete Rock and CL Smooth, when I met him for the first time, he said, man, your father rolled with some heavy hitters. So the hip hop community had nothing but respect for Cameo. And let me just say, to my brother's point about 86, I remember seeing Jay King and Club Nouveau open up. And when I saw Jay King walk to the stage, I was like, God damn it, that's a man right there. Like,
I think I'm going to be sick.
Listen, that brother had on the suit. Had on the suit. He would walk on with the baddest suit, and he was the fucking man. I mean, part of my language, but like, golly, I was like, yo. And then the next thing, I see him in documentaries. I'm like, that damn Jay King is no joke. I loved it. I loved it. I remember it too, Jay.
Absolutely.
You know what's so funny? When we toured with Cameo, everybody called me and said, "Man, I don't think you should do that tour." And I said, "Why?" They said, "Man, Larry Blackman is difficult. He's hard to deal with. He gonna treat you guys like shit. And he's gonna do this. He's gonna do that." And from the time that LB met me, he was just always cool with me. You know how Cameo, when they clear out the thing when they coming through, they clear it out. They never cleared me out.
Yep.
He was always. I said, Larry Black. I never had a problem with Larry Blackman. But they said the same thing about Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor is a songwriter. He's a weird guy. But they said, man, you and Gary Taylor are gonna have problems. Me and Gary Taylor became best friends to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think because real men respect real men and how real men move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Man.
let me just say, Jay, some of that, I've talked to LB about that. I was like, you were a jerk back then. And of course he denies it all, but it's all.
Well, you know what? Because for them, that's what the business was. It's what they grew up in.
Exactly.
They grew up in competing with each other. They grew up in, when you make it to that level, you got to respect me. I remember being backstage with Confunction as a songwriter before I even made records. And Confunction opened up for Patti LaBelle at the Greek Theater in Berkeley. And a guy came through sweeping everybody out. Confunction's kids were back there. We were all back there. And they was like, y'all got to go. Patti LaBelle. And Patti coming in. And a guy was saying, y'all got to go. And she said, what you doing, baby? To the security guy. And he says, we're clearing this area for you. She said, leave these people alone. This say family. This say kids. Ain't nobody going to do nothing to me. Leave these people alone, baby. So,
mm-hmm.
And then I was backstage with Rick James and the Mary Jane Girls. And Rick, you talking about somebody, LB was cool. Come on, asshole. Rick James put ass in the hole.
Yes.
Yeah, Rick was a wild boy.
And me and Rick became good friends. But it's just, what I realized after talking to those guys, it's just the way they were raised in the game, and that's just the way that game was. You earned that respect and you wanted it. Yep. And then, but this is and you guys see, this is a game of seasons. But what I love about what's happening with you all. And I think what's supposed to happen when musicians have sons that are musicians, the same way a guy who owned the car shop or a grocery store or cleaners pass it on to his kids, and they continue the family business. That's what I see happening in real time with Cameo, where the guys who were the guys in Cameo are now passing it on to their kids. You know, Kevin Kendrick told me, Larry Jr. He said the last time when we were in LA, we were eating a couple, just a little lunch, and he said, "Man, I'm really happy about where we are right now, what we're doing." So for those of you who don't know, Kevin Kendricks is one of the longtime members, 40 plus years with Cameo. He said, "I love what you got." He said, "I love what you're doing." He said, "Man, I remember little Larry playing around, watching me play the keyboards." And he said, "Man, sometimes when I see him on stage and I watch his move," he said, "Man, I'll stop playing because I'm thinking it's black again."
Well, Kevin will stop playing whenever he feels like it, but aside from that shit wasn't just about me. That's some scapegoating. Oh man, I was so mesmerized I stopped. No, you stopped playing because you want to be on some shit sometimes. No, I'm messing with, but
Kevin.
No, but he said that to me. He said, "Man, he was and something I think that you being on stage has really reinvigorated Cameo. I think BJ's understanding of the band and how it moves and what it's supposed to sound like has reinvigorated the band, that it stays true to the sound of Cameo. And you guys should be proud of where you sit, and when you stand on that stage, because you guys are and there's going to be naysayers, there's going to be people that have opinions, because band members that have played will feel like it's their legacy too, and to some degree it is, but they're not LB. I say it all the time. Larry Blackmon is Cameo, and Cameo is Larry Blackmon. And who Larry Blackmon puts on that stage is Cameo. You all are Cameo. I've seen some of the comments and stuff, people watching you guys, listening to you talking about how great Cameo was for them. I've seen somebody that called you guys Black royalty, because that's who you are. And I think it's important that you all recognize it, stand in it, and poke your chest out about it, because you are Cameo. Now it ain't them, you are them. And so I just want you guys to know that. Thank you everyone for joining.
That was earlier.
Thank you, Jay.
But Jay, I just want to say two things, if I could, really quick. The first thing is I want to salute my brother BJ, because he has, for a time, he single-handedly carried with the help of some other great people that we have working with us. I do want to shout out Catherine Fain.
Catherine Fain. Got to shout out Catherine Fain.
She is a patron saint and a beautiful person. I choke up when I talk about all that she has to go through to keep this ship afloat, and we would not be where we are without her. So I just want to salute her.
Question.
And I also want to salute my brother BJ, because he does jobs that I can't do. My patience and tolerance level is not my brother's. He has a high tolerance for pain. I'm like I don't play with it. And I tell people, look, you can either talk to him or you can talk to me. But if you talk to me, it's going to be a short conversation. If you want a long conversation, go talk to him. And lastly, I do want to thank Jay King and Elise Murray. But Jay, and all of you gentlemen that are with us this morning, you guys, thank you for taking the time. And Jay, thank you for believing in us and seeing it. What can I say about Jay? You know,
Yeah.
we everything that the reason why it's invigorated is not just because of one person. It's because everybody's doing their role, and we believe in it, and that's it.
And it works like a team, as it should
Yeah.
work like a team, and come together. And let me say this, in terms of a point that you brought earlier. This act is a historical act. It's a legacy act. It's everything that it has been. Everyone who has been part of this act and who has contributed to it deserves to be respected for the contributions that they made and the part that they played in making it what it was for the time they was there. I just want to be clear about the fact that we love everyone who did contribute to it. It was what it was, but this is the iteration that it is now, and
Yes.
it is Cameo. You understand? No issues. Listen, and let me personally say this.
I love all of them, BJ.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this personally, and I want to go on record as saying this. Just to clear up a couple of things. Listen, I love every one of those guys who were here. They were my uncles. They were my brothers. I will always love them outside of anything having to do with any of the music. Brothers sometimes don't always agree. Some brothers sometimes, have issues, disagree about how to handle things. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be a common level of respect in terms of what we do. And we're moving forward doing what we're doing. And we wish all of them nothing but the best in terms of love and respect and consideration in whatever path they choose to do. And to the people who interject themselves in places who don't know what they're talking about, I have every one of those gentlemen's numbers and I can call them anytime. There's no issues between us. We're good.
The comments you just heard are solely BJ Wheeler Blackman's of the Blackman organization.
So where do you see music going now?
Music as a whole?
However you want to answer.
I think music is coming back to the foundation, like everything else, like a pendulum. It swings in one direction and it swings to the other. You understand? I believe that the foundational things that make music what it is, you can put dressing on it, you can gloss it up, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but at the end of the day, it's got to be something that is rhythmic. It's got to be something that moves your soul. It's got to be something that speaks to your spirit. And I believe music is coming back to that. The business of how we get music to people is something that will always evolve. But the music in a whole is coming back, I believe, to the foundation of what it is. What it has always been about.
What do you say,
one
Larry?
quick question.
Hold on. What you say, Larry?
I think, look, I agree. I think the music industry right now, I think it's just upside down, but there are positives. And some of those positives are that people can create music and send it directly to the consumer. I think judging by the crowds that we've seen and some of the festivals and the shows that we've done, people want real live music. I think people are tired of eating meat byproducts musically. I think people want to see musicianship and get that feel of live bands and get the feel of real singing. And so they're willing to pay for it. And that's why good music is timeless and it'll never die. And so artists like Club Nouveau and Cameo and Shalimar and the groups that we've been out with, they're always going to work because people miss that. There's something about it that I think needs to come back. And I do feel like there's some great, you look at Silk Sonic and Bruno Mars and what, they were in a class by themselves. They're doing what was already done. And I think that music is making its way back.
And just to be clear for you, Kente, what technology did was made it easier for people to create There was a time when you wanted to create, it had to be a 2-inch tape. You had to get tones before you could even record, and then you had to stripe the tones on the tape, and then you could record the songs. And if you went to the studio, you had to do the tones over again before you could even record. And then if you were mixing a record, you had to keep the mix up. If you didn't finish that day, you had to buy out the studio time. All those days are done. That's what technology did for music. Another thing technology did for music was it made it where things could be made in a box. You didn't have to have a musician. You could do it all inside a computer with drum machines and keyboards. And that kind of hurt music because it took all the life out of it, all the plasma. The reason why you love the Cameo records and the reason why you love Cameo Live is because they're playing those parts. When you hear that, when you hear dun, 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 he playing that. It's not a computer. It's not quantized. It's an actual guy. And that's why you got 3 keyboardists on the stage, because they're playing different parts. So I believe that music, as BJ said, has to get back to the plasma. So you can use the technology to make it easier to get to, but you're going to have live players that are playing on top of that, so you can have that drum machine to keep that time, but you're gonna still need that drummer to put the turnaround and to put the accents and stuff like that only a live person can do. So I think
one of the people that I saw do it was DJ Quick.
Yeah,
DJ Quick. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
To your point, funk is about imperfection.
Right.
Funk is, computers make it perfect. Funk, if you listen to certain, like The Big Payback by James Brown, which is next to Funky Drummer, probably the 2 most sampled records in history, right? The Big Payback is filled with mistakes if you listen to the record. But James heard what the drummer was doing and said, no, we got to keep that. And Rick James was known for that too.
Yeah.
There's a mistake there. You know, Sanford and Son, the theme song, the bass player tells you the last note, do, 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 he hit the wrong note. And Quincy Jones was like, no, we keeping that. So what computerized music did was take the imperfections, and in doing so, you took part of the soul out.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's gonna be a cappella. So that's the root.
You smoke a lot of weed. He smoke a lot of weed.
The message.
Nigga, it ain't gonna be a cappella, nigga. So there ain't gonna be no music.
It's gonna be a cappella and finger snapping. It's gonna be a cappella and finger snapping.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
It's gonna be a cappella and finger snapping.
Hey, Kente gonna be like this. That's a lot of songs.
You know what? Let me say this. To his point, he said acapella and finger snapping. If you listen to the song the Yin Yang Twins, wait, it's really just boom, 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 and they're whispering the lyrics. So you know, I mean, it's
that might be one song. Hey, one song. It ain't gonna be. Put the weed down. Hey, put the weed down, BJ. Put the weed down, BJ.
The reason why.
I'm just trying to be diplomatic. I'm just trying to be diplomatic here. You know what I'm saying?
He got you hitting that crazy weed.
Hey, check it out, man.
Hey,
this is why.
Hey, we call him Willie.
Okay, go ahead.
We call him Willie Kente because of Willie Nelson. That's Willie Kente.
Hey, but anyway, the reason why they said keep that shit in because it was natural. All the other shit was just what you want to put on it. However, it was natural, and all of us make mistakes. So the thing is, it's gonna be finger snapping and acapella. Finger snapping.
Hey guys, let me ask you this one last question. Now, will there be any new release? Will there be any release of any unreleased tracks or new music that we can look for coming soon?
Nigga, did you hear me when I asked the question earlier? Y'all niggas don't listen, man.
I heard part of that question. I asked any unreleased tracks that they said don't ever release also, Jay.
You asked part of the question.
Like I said, we got a plan for
So
that.
you didn't hear my question.
He said, yeah, the nigga said we got a plan for that. When he said we got a plan, all kind of shit, nigga, a plan is a plan. That means all kind of shit, anything can happen. They plan it.
Well, he can't take past Jay the joint, so he calm down.
We call this.
No, all I gotta do is hug him. He need a hug right now. That's all.
Give him a hug, brother. Give him a hug. We need love.
Chief O'Neal. Don't that nigga look like Shaquille O'Neal? We call him Chief O'Neal. I'm surprised Ali not here. Did OAJ? Did Howard leave? Howard is a guy who's all the way in. Howard is in Thailand. But this, we knew this conversation was gonna be a little too black for him.
Howard is the kind of person though that, like you said, how the UK respect your music. Howard is a white man that really respect our craft, our humanities. He know who we are. So that all them people in the UK, they know we the chosen ones. So our shit go vibe wherever we go, man. That's how that shit go. Everybody go love us, especially us over here. And that's
And I want to just say,
word up to that.
I want to just say the iterations of Cameo, so you guys can just kind of know why Cameo is so loved. Cameo was a jazz band that turned into a funk band, that turned into an R&B band, that turned into a pop band. And it's hard to iterate in the genre you're in, let alone into new genres. So I want to give big up to Cameo for that. Give him some claps, Snitchy.
I love
Okay. I'm leaving Saturday morning. I'm on this radio show.
You are?
I'm on the show right now, yeah.
Okay. When was the meeting that reschedule you? So that's what I'm asking.
Okay, you can reschedule this Friday you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, reschedule it. Go ahead and reschedule it.
Okay, so
I'm supposed to be, so Angie, it's 10:13. So I gotta tell you guys can be on this show as long as you want to. Now, Icky Woods was on here last week, and Icky Woods only found out in the last part of the show that he could cuss, but that nigga got 52,000 cuss words in, and he went cuss crazy. So this is a show where you can say anything you want to say. They talk shit. Ali ain't here. Otherwise, Ali be talking shit. Fred ain't here. And these are the big shit talking guys. So you got Ali, Fred, and Howard are all not here right now. And so Ali would have, he would have had some shit to say. But he would have loved Cameo. He would have talked shit. Him and Kente would have got into it. Howard would have tried to show you how black he was, but Howard can't come back to the United States. He's in Thailand. We think it's something having to do with sexual misconduct. But
most definitely.
But he showed us today that he was gonna get his passport back. So I don't really know that for sure. I just say that to him just to piss him off. Tim is in here. It would have been a good conversation for Tim. But man, I hope you guys go over there and kill him. And the UK. Let me tell you guys where Cameo is for the next few dates. October 10th, we're in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Yes.
October 18th, we're in Los Angeles for the Taste of Los Angeles.
Yes.
And then November 1st, we're in Louisiana. What part of Louisiana are we in? Big Charles, Big Charles on Kings of the Morning, the one will be. What part of Louisiana?
I'm not sure. I think it's a. I know it's somewhere where you fly in and you drive for about an hour and a half or something like that.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think by Baton Rouge,
It's
somewhere by Baton
outside of
Rouge.
Baton
yeah.
Rouge. It's outside of
Yeah,
Baton Rouge. Yes.
yeah.
I
New
can't.
New
The
Road, I
name is
believe,
wrong.
is the city. RHODE.
Yep,
And
that
we're
is it. New Road. Yep, that is New Road,
and,
Louisiana. Yes.
and we're in Atlanta.
Georgia State University.
So
Yeah.
Georgia State University
Yeah.
in Atlanta on October 10th.
Yeah.
October 18th, the Taste of Los Angeles. And then on the I want to say on the big stage there, and then November 1st in Louisiana. And as we get more dates, we'll let you guys know. So Cameo is up and active, and if BJ has his way, they're gonna be probably doing this one of these songs. They're gonna probably do this song on the next show.
Yeah, see, listen.
That song
is funky. That song is funky.
Just to let you know, BJ, I played this on the radio.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that groove is right there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Static from bad and shit. All about the money, y'all know we style with the horny horns. Put them here on my MPC. They were made to stay.
Hey, you know, if you really want to hear that, if you really want to hear that record, all you have to do is go to Magic City on a Saturday night. Shout out to everybody from Atlanta.
Spoken like somebody with experience.
I'm just saying. Listen to the words of the song. Shake those hips.
No,
shake
actually,
those tips.
go look at that video. Yeah, it embodies the spirit of the song.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it's a funky groove, man, and it's that Cameo sound. You know what I mean? So
yes, it is. All right, you guys can stay. I got to get ready for my job, but if y'all want to hang out with these guys, because they're gonna act a fool. Thank you guys. Thank you. Everybody is sending you guys a bunch of love. You guys, if you get a chance, go back and look at some of the comments. You'll get a chance to see what people were saying and all of the great comments you all got.
No, I just want to say I'm going to jump as well. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Jay, Kente, my brother. Thank you so much.
Big Chief.
Big Chief.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all a ton for the opportunity. Hope to be with y'all again soon.
Yes, absolutely. We thank you so much, and we are humble, and you were gracious enough to grant us your platform, so we appreciate it.
We appreciate you
It's
guys.
always a great time. All right. Much thanks to y'all.
One love, man. One love.
It's an honor and a treat, man. Honor and a treat. And I like your analogy, Kente. Pablo, you gave a good synopsis. You painted a hell of a story, and you took people with the mind process, what you gave them a whole nother evolution way of thinking. That was a good statement combined that you put out there.
Oh, one love. That's cool. What, when I was talking shit to Jay?
Let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you what he said. He said, "Mwah, mwah, mwah, mwah."
Hey man, I remember you brought Larry on here though. But it wasn't and talking to Larry, man. Larry was dope, man. That motherfucker's dope, man. I mean, and hopefully, and it seemed like BJ, BJ got it. I can feel, he got that thing, and
So all the songs.
Junior's more business seem like to me, man. It seemed like he like, God damn, man. Okay, like he said, you talk to him. It's just like in that movie Sinners. One was like, they was brothers, and one was like, hey man, he's the one that does this kind of shit. I do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can see. And if they carry on that legacy, man, they got a lot to say, man, because Cameo had a lot to say, man, And like he said, if he put it in the video, they had a lot to say in the video.
But you say, KJ, it's going to be acapella, baby. Just. I like that.
That's the evolution,
Thank God snap. Acapella, sing a slap. Oh,
ow.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be. That's how Marvin did it. That's Marvin, man. Marvin blow you a tune like a motherfucker. Acapella, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest try and get into his vibe. Shit. That motherfucker, acapella, man.
So Willie Kente, when you're listening to music, are you hearing it's just the finger snapped in the lyric? You're not hearing the music?
You know what? Odell, one thing Odell said to me when I was with him, he said, man, don't step on the snare. And I said, damn. Just for him to hear him say that, it made me listen to the snare. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kept my timing.
What were you playing?
It was just conversation, man. Just rapping and shit. He say he talk in terms like that. He might be talking about somebody else. He might say such and such step on the snare. And I'm like, just rapping with him. It elevated my, consciousness about music. Just kicking it with him, So
Whenever you get in that voice, I hear you saying, it elevates my constipation.
I don't get constipated, really. If I medicate,
but I'm
in other ways.
With the profiliation of the determination. You see what I'm saying?
Well, if you with that nation,
the consternation.
If you with that nation, you don't have to use much concentration.
Okay.
It'd be, you know what I'm saying? You'd be able to get it because of the flavoration. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to have those guys. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I liked it. The matter of fact, the last few people you had on here, all of them been good, really. It's been, it's been some good people that came on here lately. That's been pretty good.
I agree.
So what y'all do? Did y'all run Ali off? What's happening? Did something happen after hours that I don't know about?
I have no knowledge.
I don't know. I don't know where Ali is. Ali, I don't know. He's been having back problems. I don't know if he's been going to the doctor or something, but ain't nothing really happened to where Ali wouldn't be here that I know of.
I think he had MBD.
What's that?
Monkey back disease. Yeah. He got a monkey.
I'm glad
back.
I was able to hang out. My daughter going to school late, so I said, yeah, okay. I'll sit there and listen to the show. Listen to Cameo, man. The Cameo story.
Yeah, that was good. All right, you guys. I'm gonna start getting myself together and listen to y'all.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be there.
Willie Kente, the bearded one.
It's kind of hard to, huh?
Oh no, I would just go transition from the papers to the pipe, the other P.
It's kind of hard to encore that, man. You know, we had a classic icon group up here, and they have a legacy of it. And damn, man, a lot of history unfold. But how you top that off?
I agree.
It was a trip.
Continue.
Hey, it was a trip on how they, you know, how he brought up about Word Up. You know, just the story that came out of Word Up, and you know, and that, like he said, that's the East Coast. It was the East Coast vernacular. You know what I'm saying? That's something that traveled over here that, you know, that people here grabbed onto because it was in the music. You know what I'm saying? I was actually kicking it with someone that came straight from New York, though. And he would always use that. He would say word, 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 you know. And then you got to remember, bird, 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 that's the word. You know what I'm saying? There was all that time, you know, how word, I always took word up like up my vocab. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw the you know, I twisted it my way. Word up is, you know, like up your vocab. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's up your vocab.
Also, the word son. You know, the word son is a straight up East Coast word, man. Everybody is son. Listen, son, pay attention, son.
Yes.
The funniest shit I ever heard, I was at Freaknik, bro. He was at Freaknik, and this dude was talking to this chick. And he was like, pay attention, son. I'm giving you my mad vibes, son. Pay attention. You ain't listening, son. I'm so like, you're getting at a girl. What the hell is this? You know, that was just weird as hell to me.
He was mad.
Well, let me say this. We use baby to everybody. We use the men, we use the women.
Yeah, but when you say son, you thinking of boy, a man, or somebody, not only that you're trying to get the digits from.
But that's 5% talk, though. That's
that's what it is. That's what it is. But I mean, but you tell a man, baby, he might. You tell a man from the East Coast or from the West Coast, they don't know nothing about us in this Southern slang sometimes. But when you tell somebody baby, they look, man, well, I know no baby. Who you talking to? I had a guy give me that for real, and I was trying to explain that, you know, this is you know, it's a thing. He wasn't like that, but he felt
you know, Big Charles, you are not going around calling other men baby. Hey, baby.
I do.
Hey,
no, that's how we talk. That's how we talk, bro. Listen to me. That's how we talk for real.
I hear women calling everybody babies. I hear women calling women and men babies, but I don't ever.
No, that's not how it go. That's not how it go, bro. That's not how it go. So somebody come up to you, what's up, baby? No, listen, I'm saying, listen.
I'm 3 miles from
baby. Chief, hey, baby, come on now. Calm down, baby. Just calm down, baby. Baby,
no, sir.
You're going too far, baby. Come on, baby, now.
No, sir.
I'm just saying, baby. Calm me down, baby. Baby, you're going too far with it, baby. All right. Okay, baby.
Willie Kente, give him a hug. Willie Kente, give him a hug.
All right, baby. Now, baby, come on. Now. You're too big, baby.
We don't go like that. You know, like it's always a good vibe thing. It's not like a consistent like.
It's a southern.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's not used to so it's not. It's somebody will say like, you get upset. Say, my dude, you get out of pocket, dog. Chill out, man. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about, Charles. You ain't gotta.
But
Charles, I know what you're talking about, baby. Don't let him.
Yeah.
Don't let Chief O'Neal. Don't let Chief O'Neal throw you off, baby. I got you, baby. I'm down with you, baby.
I need Reverend Love. Let me call on Reverend Love. See what he say about the baby stuff.
For a donation to his Cash App, you'll never know what he said.
But look at But look, make you laugh though. So I was in the bar and this dude named Mario, he always see me in there, but we never like really chat. But we chatted after this situation. So the little dude walked up in there she sounded like he had an African accent. And I walked to the counter to go talk to the waitress, the bartender. And I said, "What's up, Brad, baby?" I said, "What's going on?" I said, the dude looked at me like, "What's happening?" I said, "What's up, baby?" He said, "What? What?" I said, "Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm just trying to greet your ass, man. I ain't fucking you up out this bitch. Don't fuck around me." So dude Mario, he looked at me. He said, "Boy, this motherfucker about to hit him." But the dude, when he finally looked at it and seen I was serious, he left me alone. And he walked outside. He got what he was gonna do. He went outside. But I guess he ain't want no part of me, so it's what it is.
Hey, Charles, how far are you from where the group is going to be? From Cameo is going to perform? Is that near Lake Charles or?
Lake Charles is like almost close to damn Texas.
I know they said another. Not talking about where they're supposed to be performing at.
Wait.
New Road, Louisiana.
No, what part of Louisiana?
New Road.
New Road. That's up there by Baton Rouge. That's on the other side of the river, matter of fact. That's by Baton Rouge. That's where my white people from. Back from New Rose. What in New Rose? Are you serious? What is in New Rose? Ain't nothing in New Rose. New Rose is plantation island, I call it. They got a lot of old plantation houses and plantation and slave homes up in there, New Rose. They got a little river called False River that kind of like surrounds that New Rose kind of goes around. Yeah, I've been to New Rose twice in my life. It's off of Highway 1. Yeah, that's small town.
That's where we're gonna be there. Cameo on November 1st.
Yeah, that's a small. So what's the place that y'all gonna be at?
The Harvest Festival.
Wow. Yeah, New Rose come a long way. It's been a racist town for a long time. Yeah, one of those towns cut off in the woods way back in there.
Well, maybe they should rename it New Leaf, Louisiana.
So my wife's aunt, her husband used to own a grocery store in New Rose, and he was a big help to the community. So much to help the community, he gave so much that he wound up losing. That's how much he was to help the community out. And nobody helped him get it back. But her house is still across the street from the grocery store that he owned one time. Yep. When you ride along False River, you can see some plantation homes and you can see some slave homes. They look like sheds with 2 doors on them.
Front door, back door. Front door, back door.
Oh no, left door, right door. Right door, left door. Yep. Matter of fact, in her auntie home, there's actually a picture with one of their white distant relatives in one of the old slave homes. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that's what she was telling me, that there's a white side of their family and there's a black side of their family. And when they dispersed. They never claimed to be of color. Those people disappeared. Yeah. So as we call it, Passe Blanc.
So who got the TV in the background?
Well, it's not a TV. It's just that where Scissors is right now, there's background noise, but we tolerate it because he's speaking.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He always got noise. He always got noise.
I'm at work.
Oh.
Lathers, you can't talk right now because your camera's acting like you got it from Radio Shack. But we're going to be
wow.
No, that's not true. I don't have my camera on, dum.
Earlier. That's why you don't have it on.
No, it's not my. It's just the I got to get another computer. And if there's anybody from Radio Shack, you're thinking it's from Radio Shack.
I'm about to say that Mike is from Radio Shack. That walnut on the two.
No. My mic is not from Radio Shack. Thank you. So, Lathers, may I please suggest that you build your computer, build yourself a gaming computer. I know the exact people who can do it because they've done it for me. And hey, they can do it for you. Just
He could probably get his son to do that if you want to do that.
Elijah can build him a computer. That is true.
I say his son.
No, my son, not your son.
Well, okay. So both of our sons can help you if you needed it. You're surrounded by good things and great people. I'm not gonna stay up in here with y'all. Wait a minute.
With that big 8-ball mic.
It's not, well, it kind of looks like an 8-ball, but I'm turning him into Felix the cat. That's what the Google eyes are about. So here comes our sister Chocolate Peach. You'll be happy to know. Hey, sister.
Hey, how y'all doing? That was a wonderful interview with Cameo today. I really enjoyed it.
I agree.
Now,
Bucky's did a great job.
Yeah, now I'm finally getting out. Well, except for the weed head who kept asking questions.
So what day is Cameo? What day is it you gonna be out there, Jay?
No, in Louisiana, Scissors?
Yeah.
November 1st. You want me to send you the address?
I can find it.
I can send it to you.
Send it to the bum.
Okay, I will, sister. Sister, how you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm actually in the process of getting ready. I'm about to go to the Oakland Museum today.
What's the Oakland Museum?
Oakland Museum, sister?
Yeah, the Oakland Museum of California. I'm going out there to check out. They have an exhibit about I can't remember what exactly it's called, but it's basically about the gentrification and how Black folks were migrated from out of Oakland into other places in the East Bay. So I'm going to go see that exhibit today.
Nice.
Plus, I wanted to go check out the other exhibits that they've had before that I haven't seen in a while. So
what year is this supposed to be taking place that they migrated out of Oakland?
I can't say. I'm not there yet, sweetie. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a period of time. Is it talking about? Oh, you don't know. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if the migration is now because of how Oakland is, or how they got there and migrated.
Well, hold on. Let me go to the museum's website and find out. Give me a moment.
Because they're migrating right now.
Sit. You want to see my wine cooler?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what the exhibit is called: Black Spaces Reclaim and Remain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the exhibit. Hold on, let me go a little bit further.
Reclaim, that means staying put.
Yeah, it says reclaim and remain. So it's on exhibit right now through March 1st, and it says that the Black Spaces Reclaim and Remain navigates the braided histories of the displacement, resistance, and resilience within the Black American communities of Oakland and the East Bay. So through a new commissions on art, architecture, and archival research, the exhibition traces how these communities have creatively resisted disposition and re-imaged spaces of home and belonging. Drawing inspiration from the legacies of West Oakland and Russell City, Black Spaces Reclaim and Remain pulls from both the OMC's permanent collection and loans from local repositories to trace the rise of these communities and their subsequent displacement. In response to this history, the exhibits presents three unique perspectives from an artist. Adrian Burrell, an architect, June Grant with Blink Lab Architecture, and the Archive of Urban Futures, and the Moms for Housing. These installations reflect the ongoing struggle and success in reclaiming and reshaping self-determined spaces in the face of systematic violence, erasure, and urban renewal.
You know where Russell City is?
Wasn't it like part of like San Lorenzo?
Hayward. Yeah.
Hayward, yeah. So this is what I'm going to go learn about today.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, that
Give us
sounds
that knowledge.
interesting, sister.
Give us that
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, because the last time I was there at the Oakland Museum, I went for the Angela Davis exhibit that they had, and it was awesome. And
Oh, I bet that was.
I forgot that while I was there, because I paid to see that exhibit, that I could go visit all the other ones. I forgot there's like 3 other areas in there that I could have went through. So today I
And
plan
where's
on
that?
just taking
Where's that?
time to go all the way through.
Where's that chocolate piece?
It's the Oakland Museum of California. So it's right in Oakland, California, right down the street from me.
So you off today, huh, Chocolate Pete?
I'm still on medical leave.
Yeah, so that's
You
cool.
on medical leave?
Yes.
You better tell them give you a bionic hand. You need to go back to work.
Excuse me, sir. I'm on medical leave because I can't type. So they put me on
Shoot.
leave for 2
That's
days.
why I
For 2
said get that
weeks.
bionic on. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean? I'm sure Elon Musk can give you one.
I don't like Elon Musk, sir.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's a
I don't
cool
like
thing to go
anything
to
Musky
on your.
got.
That's a cool thing to go to on your day off.
Yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to go like on a Saturday or something, but I was like, I didn't. I kept forgetting because I would just go ahead and dash. And I'm like, look, today is an open day. You ain't got nothing to do. You sat up in the house all day yesterday because you had low energy. So get your ass up, shower, take your ass to the museum. So they open up
You've
at
been
11.
TikToking enough.
Hey, I only made one TikTok. Okay, just one. Damn it. It ain't like back in the day when I used to make like 2 or 3 a day.
I said she got too much time on her hand now.
I really did, because that's when I couldn't leave the house.
How you doing? Look, I was saying, now what's she doing making TikTok? She Jamaican. She got about 4 jobs. You got time to make TikTok? You call one of them jobs.
Wow.
See, you see, sis? You see how he treats me?
I know, since he can't help it. He really can't.
So yeah, I figured I go to the museum today. Tomorrow I have to go get the rest of my stitches out.
How about actually when you think about it?
Oh, you're gonna go to wait, you getting your stitches out? Wait, hold up. When did you say, sister?
Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
a little early. No.
When?
Thursday. That's right.
Yeah, tomorrow morning I get the rest.
Oh,
Because
okay.
one of them already came out, and I just gotta get the rest of them taken out.
Yes, sister, but you taught us that they give us a bonus stitch. So that's good to know, because I was worried.
So when I talked to one of my nursing friends, she's like, "Oh yeah, they give you one that's just because as it heals, it goes ahead and falls out." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Has it healed okay? Is it healing all right now?
Oh yeah, it's healing. Like it's not.
Okay.
It's not. There's no oozing. There's nothing. I had a little bit of blood that came out, which is why I noticed the stitch was missing. But that's it. Everything else is it's fine.
You know, because I know a lot of people who do have surgery still have a lot of problems. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, no. The only time I had surgery and I had problems was when I had my gallbladder removed and they gave me staples.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I don't ever want staples again. That shit hurt.
So King Chief is up next. He gonna work on his trigger finger, or
Right.
Yeah.
What we're suspecting is trigger finger, but he needs to go get it checked out.
Yep. Right, King Chief. That's right. Just nod your head. Yes. You gonna cooperate. Let's see.
He better stop. You better stop having on trigger fingers in Mississippi before he find himself in Mississippi.
I got plenty of ammo. I got plenty of ammo.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They got a lot of ammo too. Find yourself on a loosening rope.
My mama said, if you're gonna beat some ass, you gotta bring some ass. Bring your lunch.
Yeah.
That's what my mama said.
Mother was tough. She didn't take no prisoners.
Hell no. Hell no. I remember one time I got jumped as a kid. I think about 3 kids whooped my ass. I was about 8 years old. They beat the hell out of me. I was sick too. I had the flu. I was going to get some contact to come home until she get home from work and take me to the doctor. They beat my ass. I mean, they beat me cold. I was riding my little speed. They beat me so bad I couldn't even ride the bike home. I had to walk the bike home. And my mom was talking to the guy's dad, and the guy's like, don't you ever say nothing to my kids for jumping on your kid. He got to learn how to fight. She said it was 1-on-3. Let him go 1-on-1. You come in, you can go one-on-one. She said, you raise your hand, you'll never put that fucker down. And reach her hand in my purse. And his wife like, come on, baby, that bro crazy. Let's go, let's go. So he might beat your ass, but he ain't beating mine. You better take honey. You don't want to bear him. my mom just wasn't afraid of nobody, man. She had some crazy siblings too, but she wasn't afraid of nobody.
Bless her heart. Now, King Chief, why they want to jump on you? What happened?
Well, I was only kid
Did it
in
start?
the neighborhood.
You were
When I
sick.
grew up,
They
I
was
was
gonna
only,
take advantage.
Man, I bet you talking stuff. You know,
I
King.
didn't have any siblings. I was only child.
No, he be talking mess. He probably
I had the
talking
first
mess.
go-kart, first moped.
He done fell off.
Something happened. He fell off.
He don't have his phone on the
King
car
Chief.
charger.
King Chief probably talking mess. That's probably what happened.
Do I have to put a little sign up here say, "Hey, everybody, remember to have your device on the charger"?
Yes, I just put mine on the charger.
Let's see. Well, he came back quick, so let's see if that's what it was.
Right.
King Chief, are you on your charger? Is that what happened? What happened?
I got 80%. I'm good. I'm
8%?
80.
80. All right. I redact my statement. I said you fell off because you didn't have your phone connected. Okay.
I got my charging car, but I'm 80%. I don't even need it. I only plug it in when I get
You're wrong. You were just wrong. That's all.
Yes. Did you see me take accountability for that, Plankton?
Right.
You see how that works?
I was one of the kids like in the
You should
neighborhood.
try it.
I had the first go kart, I had the first moped.
Correct.
I had like the first Lionel train.
Where you living at? What state you was in?
I was in Jackson, Mississippi, 328 Erie Street.
You gonna get along today?
Burner District.
Now.
Get along.
But King Chief.
Along every day.
Yes, sir.
When you was coming up, that was okay, but nobody really liked that. He was still running and playing ball and pedaling bikes like it was school.
No, what I'm saying is like I was one of the youngest kids in the neighborhood, dude. Like I was one of the youngest kids.
Oh, that's why. So you.
So I had what
So that's why you.
and
Okay.
I had to
Okay.
share because it was just me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But, you know, I was
You know, when we grew up in the suburbs, you see stuff like that. That ain't nothing. I remember when the dude got his first little moped, everybody was like riding on the moped, but it was a thing and then it wasn't a thing.
But they had dirt bikes. They had a moped. I could pedalize a bike, or you get tired of pedaling and start riding. Oh, kind of cool. Everybody else just had the little mini bikes. But I didn't like try to be like funny style with my stuff. I would share my mom with there, and then got in trouble a lot of times. Somebody fell or got hurt and stuff, and Mom, I didn't mean to mess up my stuff, and and they get on punishment, taken away for a while, and save my allowance, so I get it repaired, and I get to get back out there. And then I was a little more cautious. Now, I ride, you can't drive. You tore it up last time. Even still, there wasn't nobody on it. But, I wouldn't like one of them kids like, I got it and you don't. I wouldn't like that. I always got in trouble for sharing. I bring my wallet.
Well, I hope you all don't mind if we go backstage at 11 today. I have an 11 o'clock meeting.
You don't have nothing to do. You still playing with that physical cat microphone knockoff from China. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it probably is from China.
What you got to do?
I like
Yeah,
that black walnut, that black 8-ball.
I don't know why he hating on my microphone. So as you all know, we're less than 2 weeks before the musical award. That's just one thing that needs to be done. Then there's all kinds of other things that need to be done. And this means I am pulled in a lot of directions. So we'll be going backstage at 11. Don't you start, Plankton. I just put a note up, ask you to please behave. Thank you. So yeah, now today, all presenters are getting a phone call from me. And I want a pinky promise that y'all gonna study y'all script. When Lather sends y'all script, yes, that y'all gonna study the script.
Hey, look, you always want to use Lather's name in vain.
No.
Using his name in vain. You got, yeah, you always look at. Let me tell you something. You had a table dance on here for Lather's. You know what I'm saying?
Scissors. Speaking of table dancing, in 2 weeks next is the business summit. And I thought proud of you.
Yeah, I know. Who you gonna get on the table with you? Who gonna be by your side?
Wonderful. Always wonderful.
Are you gonna get chocolate peach with you? Listen.
1
Can
year,
it be?
sit
Listen.
down there with us. Yes.
I think Kente should manage the Tweebirds while y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then Lattice can go do his own thing,
You
and
like
y'all
my
get managed
talent?
by. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what you look. That's what you tell them. When she, I'm just telling you said you like my talent.
Let's see if you like this text message. One moment, please.
I let her venture off. She can be
Just don't turn out to be a dodo bird while you at the table. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Don't know how to land.
Even Method Man leave the Wu-Tang Clan sometime and go hook up with Redman. So
that is true.
I let her go get some,
They have
some
musical
other flavor.
community. In California, it's high. That's what it is.
Is what?
High as giraffe's hide. The gas in California. On this way to Sacramento, it's almost $5 a gallon.
That's crazy how gas gets high in different places. How much y'all is? How much y'all is? Oh no, we damn y'all high.
Oh my God, sisters, you less than $3.95 a gallon?
Hell yeah.
How much you paying for gas?
$2.74. I seen $2.64 the other day.
Wait.
$2.95.
She said $2.95, scissors. There it is. That's much better.
Yeah, that sounds better. I was about to say $3. I'm about to say you missing me getting $3. Damn.
$2.95. I wish I would.
Yeah, you wish you would what?
It was just $2.69 last week. It jumped up.
Now it was $2.90 something at one time. It was $2.90 something. Then it jumped down to $2.70 something.
Oh,
and now I see $2.64 at somewhere.
Man, I haven't seen $2.64 a gallon for fuel in maybe
long time.
Oh my Lord!
Just what it said. Just say long time.
Long time. Yes. Oh, our sister Jelena. Somebody is picking on my sister. I wonder why. Our sister Jelena.
Look at. Or you could say. It's been a hot minute.
Oh my Lord! I wouldn't know what to do if I seen gas under $3 a gallon.
Boy, all of California wouldn't know what to do. You say something. All of California wouldn't know what to do. They'd probably be buying containers to put the gas in.
That's a good container and fuel up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They'd be stealing water jugs, 5-gallon water jugs, filling up with gas.
No, King Chief. You can't put no fuel in no water jug.
How much it costs for let's say a 1-bedroom apartment in a nice place there, Charles?
Where Charles at or where I'm at?
where Scissors is.
Where the gas is cheap at.
Well, the gas cheap both places. $2.95 here. Charles, what's your gas price today?
$2.70 something, $2.60 something.
Oh, he got me.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like a Circle K or Chevron.
Yeah.
How much rent?
Listen. So it depends on where you at. So it was $2.64 at Shell or in the hood.
How much rent for like a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom?
What about me?
Yes.
For anybody. Depend on where you at. It really depends on where you at. So it could be. Well, look, let me tell you, a nice one with a nice 2-bedroom, about $2,000 or something. That's with a gated parkway and everything, elevator, all that.
$2,000.
$2,000
for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
But he'll have more amenities.
No, it got amenities. No, listen.
Right.
And look at that, and that's a walk. Listen, and that's a walk. That's 2 blocks. Yeah. So look at, and that's 2 blocks.
Charles. Wait a minute, Charles. Wait a minute. How much does it cost in your neighborhood?
For one bed, my neighborhood is like 1,700, and that's a
You need to
house.
come to my
Listen,
neighborhood.
hold
My
up, hold up,
neighborhood.
hold up, hold up, hold up, and that's a house with no air conditioning, only with window units. Because a
Man,
lot of my
Charles,
house around me, because a lot of houses
Charles, where
around me
you
are real
stay
old,
at? Where you stay at?
around City Park. I'm in an old area, old house, shotguns,
that's
Okay, what?
shotgun.
shotguns.
Okay, where you stay?
So I say, listen, because the rent is high by me because of the amenities where I stay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I stay
Why?
between. Listen, I stay I stay about 5 blocks from City Park. I stay about a mile down the street from French Quarters. I have a lot of amenities, eateries, shopping. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens around there. The Jazz Fest, the the racing things down the street. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around there. So the rent is high because of those things that's around there.
Right, that's right.
But if you take all that away, the price drops tremendously.
Right.
And that's a listen, and that's a 1 bedroom with no parking garage.
Wow. You got to park on the street?
We don't have no more. We the
Wow.
only kid has them. Yeah, we don't
Wow.
have that. Yeah, yeah. Because you take all that away, the rent goes down. That's the
Right.
same way with the 2 grand, the 2 grand apartment.
It's
That's
real.
that's still great because that 2 grand you got 2 blocks away. There's a big Rouse's grocery store. Matter of fact, there's more than that. It's right next to Rouse's. It's not far from Walgreens, TJ. Walgreens. There's a Petco. There's a CVS. There's a Winn Dixie. There's a bunch of eateries. There's a hospital clinic. Uh, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, and there's a walkway from Canal Street trolley. It ain't that far.
Oh,
So it's a lot of stuff in that 2 grand area. A lot of stuff. And like I said, it's a secure drive-in parkway with an elevator.
right. There
two
used
grand and
to
something
there
change.
used to be a time 2 grand would get you a whole house out here. Oh, definitely out where I'm at, but even in the Bay Area, and for less than that even, and you had beautiful amenities, scenery, all of that. Now 2 grand, you'd be lucky if you living in somebody's master bedroom somewhere with a bathroom, no kitchen privileges.
You're lucky
it's
in
it's
their
nuts out here.
outhouse. You're lucky in their
Right,
outhouse.
outhouse, 2 grand.
And no access to the garage either.
Right. It's ridiculous. Now King Chief shows some really nice houses our sister Mo was looking at, and
I'm on my
you
way
know,
to one right now, and you guys ain't gonna believe it. Oh my God. Like one of the areas that she liked over by all the houses by all the little lakes and stuff. They
yes.
got one for 150 that normally would go for about 3 something. So it's a light fixture. I'm going to have to walk inside and see how much fixing it needs, but I might try to jump on this one.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope it works out. Yeah, you ain't
Yeah,
living
I've been
by no
about
lake.
5 minutes.
You ain't living by no water out here for less than probably 8,000. Water. You buy the water.
I mean,
And plus,
I
all
still
your
got,
homes have charm. All of them have charm.
I still got a house in Cali. My property tax is like 12 grand a year, which is ridiculous.
Right.
That's just the
Well, I
tax.
hope you keep it though, King Chief, because you got a beautiful location.
I'm ready to
Oh,
sell. My house is right by the Oakland Zoo, up Malcolm. I'm ready to sell.
I used to
If they
love
want a deal, get happy. They can buy
going
it.
up there.
It's for sale. I'm gonna have a blowout sale.
A blowout sale. Well, why not? Why not? You don't want to rent it. You want to Airbnb it or rent it.
It's time. I mean, I'm just looking at what makes sense right now. There's so many deals around here where my money will go a lot further. And then they say if you sell in California, you can never come back. That's a piece of crap. If you invest your money, you can go back anywhere. If you blow your dough, then you can't. So
right.
If buying more stuff is you paid for it, then plus you can a generation.
There you go. Your signal going in and out. King Chief. Just so you know, you must be close because I think that happened last time you was over that way. There you go. Can you? I can't hear you though.
I go straight audio.
There you go.
How about now?
Yes,
Yeah, I
that's
cut the video.
good.
Maybe the audio help.
Oh, so you said basically the housing market rises and falls. I remember you saying that about being able to leave California and come back, but as long as you don't waste your money, you'll be able to come back.
Yeah, I mean, one of the beautiful things about California, you know, you have to have perseverance and wait and know where you are. Because, you know, when everybody was losing their houses, I was telling people, don't sell your house, don't sell your house. Oh, my house worth half of what I paid for it. So don't sell it. And then like 3 years later, the house not only got back to what they owed, but it appreciated like another 1.5 times. You know, where people had houses for $600,000 worth $900,000, almost $1 million. They're like, damn,
Right.
I should have got rid of my house. I said, I told you. But you know,
Right.
they don't listen. I said, if you look historically to California, within every 10-year period, there's a 2 to 4 year downfall. But then when it comes back and appreciated even more. So you got, you know, it's a history of that.
Right.
California's the closest to Hawaii for weather-wise. And everybody want to come to the Bay Area in California for the weather. You know, there's other things like the liberalism there and other things and all the universities, but mainly the weather.
Right.
Like in the Bay Area, you can wear shorts 9 months out of the year with no problem.
True.
You're going to need a jacket and a blanket at night. During the day.
Right. But you can get them shorts in the daytime though.
Oh, for sure.
Now, not to interrupt your thought, but I gotta scooch over here and tap in for 11 o'clock because I made a promise at 11 o'clock. But I don't want to end the discussion or anything. I just need to put us backstage.
Put us in the backstage. That's fine.
All right. Well, will you please do the honors, King Chief, and take us out of here, please?
Sure. I'd like to thank everybody for tapping into J King Network. We hope we leave you better and receiving a smile on your face and grace everywhere you go throughout the day. Please check in tomorrow. We got more J King Network. All the Kings will be back to see you tomorrow. Thank y'all. Have a wonderful day.
Love y'all. And King Chief, you see where King's official, like, you know, his schedule and change. You know, he feeling some kind of way right now. So his lunch is later, just for the record, because they moved the schedule. But he says to you, the Victorian Mo was clamoring over. He said clamoring over actually look more like a teardown when you look at the amount of work it needed. Now, King's official lot.
But
You have to see the potential. You have to see the potential of it.
She looked at one near like downtown, not far from me, that was next to that other house I showed you. But this one is out by the